Looking for answers, but I'm blinded by the light. I'm lost in the music, can I stay here for the night? I promise I'll be gone in the morning, out of sight and out of mind. You know when you keep running, but your legs are standing still. It's like you're stuck in a nightmare, but you keep doing it for the thrill. Well, this is reality, you only live it once, so wake up from your dream. But just for tonight, let the lines get blurred, let your thoughts be free, let your thoughts be free.
this week's broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble in Valorant. We're broadcasting it live from the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. It's the sixth week of our Fall Valorant Rumble series at the Esports Tower. And we're looking forward to some exciting gameplay here tonight. On the show, we're bringing you two incredibly exciting semifinals matchups. Next week, we will have the conclusion of all of this with a special all-grand final show. I'm your host, Michael Fisher, and joining me to call all the action is Brandon Red Hots Koziancic. And Red Hots, we get a lot of new teams this week, maybe some familiar faces, but a lot of new teams. So what are you looking for a team or a new player to do tonight to make a name for themselves and start to get themselves in the upper echelon of the teams that we know and we love that we might not see this week?
I think these are going to be their first games they're playing in this new tournament, this Rumble. I think the biggest thing here is going to be, honestly, I would say score differential. I think if they can have some good stomps with not even just like a good score, but if they're really stomping teams, they're playing together as a team, and that they're kind of like a different caliber. I think that's going to be this is the best week to do so, I think, because there's a lot of teams, obviously. I think the Drought's the only one that we've kind of seen that has won a championship before, so everyone else is a fresh team, and it means a lot of new opportunities. So that's what I would say. I think basically this is a good week, and especially for the first play-ins, to really kind of make a name for yourself, even as players, too.
And speaking of that, as you said, the Drought are the only team that we have returning, only champion we have returning, looks to become our first two-time Rumble champion this fall. But do you think it has more pressure? Do you think it's the Drought because you kind of say, well, they're the best team, they should be the ones who are dominating? Or do you think it's one of these new teams who, as you said, they're trying to make a name for themselves and they might put themselves on too much pressure to perform?
I think when there's this many new teams, it's kind of like more of a free-for-all. So I think if you feel the pressure, it's kind of like you really want to make something happen for yourself. So I think overall pressure-wise from outwards in is probably low, just because they don't know these teams or we haven't seen these teams. But I think in terms of maybe internally, if they want to make a name for themselves, that could probably end up being internal pressure in terms of, hey, we want to be the standout team. So I think that's my take on that one.
Well, as we get ready to go, we take a look here at our bracket. We're going to start things off with the Floods and the Supernova, both of those newly constructed rosters. They might have a familiar face or two that you will recognize. We'll, of course, then have the winner of that take on the Firestorms, and then we'll have Droughts and Monsoon Blue, and that'll all set up next week's all-grand final show. Can the Droughts be two-time champions? Can, once again, a new team in one of our Rumbles come out victorious? That is what we are about to find out as we get ready to go. It is Floods taking on Supernovas again. New rosters, potentially teams that you might recognize a face or two or a name or two, but overall newly constructed, just practicing together for the first time as we hop into this game. Now let's start over to Doc's Keys to the Game, presented today by Esports Tower. Score pro advice at esportstower.com. Those are focus, angles, and flank. Know your win condition, count cards, call abilities, and of course, click heads. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up, all at esportstower.com. As we get ready to kick off our round one matchup between the Floods and Supernova Red Hots, we're going to Bind. So what is your advice to these new teams in their first ever Rumble appearance on Bind?
Hopefully we can see a great Raze player. I think seeing great Raze players on Bind is obviously the most fun. I will say the last couple times we haven't seen Astras. We've seen it towards the beginning of the Esports Tower for the fall here. We saw Astras almost every time on this map, but as it's kind of gone over, we've seen a lot less of them. We've seen opted for Omens. I think Landslides last week ended up just going no smokes at all, so that was interesting. It'd just be interesting to see kind of people's comps and how the agents feel, and obviously if you have a good agent that's not really played that much, it's time to flex it now.
Yeah, the Astra one's an interesting one because you said at the start, I feel like Astra was all the rage. I mean, it feels like every time we go to Bind, you're always asking for the Astra, but I think she's one of those operators that is very odd, and some people either really love her or just really, really hate her and can't get the hang of things. So we will see here, Supernovas and Flood. We'll see if either team wants to bring out the Astra.
Oh.
Well, our defenders have no interest in that.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is I think Astra as a controller is probably one of the hardest controllers to play, just because you have to rely so much on team information sometimes. Like, you preemptively place your smokes, and so it's like you have to rely sometimes if you're across map to be like, hey, you gotta smoke this because we see them here. Or even we've seen a lot of interesting, like her ults, the Dissipate, of kind of either not used at all or used actually pretty well. So now we see the two Astras. I think they hurt us, and interesting to see we have no raises this time, and we're actually running only one duelist comps each side. So I think that's actually no.
Yeah, so the defenders have double.
Sorry, we have Reyna.
Which we mentioned again that there might be some names that we're familiar with. There might be some names we're not. Corkles is definitely a name we've seen on the Jet in the past absolutely pop off. So which that already gives an advantage. I believe Corkles on the Supernovas, so that already gives them a very high advantage in that duelist category.
And Pryor, yeah, we've seen Pryor a little bit, and I think other than that, it actually seems to be pretty new faces.
I think the interesting thing as we start to set up is Pryor and Ellie both have the same, I guess, prefix of clan.
Yeah.
So the fact they're going against each other, I don't know how much they queue together. You would assume they not just randomly both have Mon as their clan. So I'm curious how much they might know about each other, how much they can help their teams. Because you said we've seen Pryor a lot, a very good Sova player. I'm curious if Ellie will say, hey, I know where his lineups are, I know where he wants to go, or what she'll say to her team.
I will say friend games like this are actually probably the most fun because you have a lot more to lose, and usually in each team it's like you're pushing your team to the next, because you're like, hey, we gotta beat these guys.
Descent's going to be the first one. Going to follow the dog through Hookah. Taking shots. There's Corkle. Great display there. Great headshot.
Descent did not think that they were going to hit those shots, it seemed like.
I don't even know if he saw it.
Oh.
All right. Take out the...
I think we've seen those Cypher lineups before.
Yeah, we've seen the Cypher on A in U-Haul. The only thing missing is Odin. His Pebble gets a great headshot onto Corkles there.
Got some good defense coming here from the Supernovas, playing some great angles and some great headshots as well.
Ooh, Aster Smoke to maybe let God just get out of the way? Yeah, looks like that was the case. Oh! A Rin from Rafa there, and so
interesting TP. Because now they can just rotate out, yeah.
Yeah.
I like this play a lot. I'm glad Flood's kind of like, wait a minute, we've seen all of them at B, and he just went through TP, so.
30 seconds left.
Got the Aster Smokes. Honestly, Aster's just such a good agent in this map.
They're going to get basically a free plant down. Just now the Supernovas realize, hey, nobody was on B. They're all going to rotate. This is an easy setup here for the Floods.
Yep. And at this point, they just got to play a good retake here. Let's see if how communication is on the side of Supernovas, if they kind of, push together and check all the angles.
They're all coming from spawn. Really haven't seen anybody yet. We hear the shots coming out.
Ooh.
Oh, that's a huge...
Gets the audible cue.
Oh.
Feats him.
Should get one more here. Did see it.
Oh, does get the heck. I think it was a headshot through the wall there, though.
Pebble.
They're running out of time on the side of Supernovas here, so they have to go kind of fast here if they want to make something happen.
They do get a couple of kills, but I do think you're right. I don't know if they have enough time. Yep. Pebble gets the triple kill. I don't think he's going to get out in time, though.
Oh.
No.
Oh, one of them did. It's okay.
No, one did.
That was a really interesting round. Supernovas got the opening kind of 2 picks off on the B site there for defending, and then Floods kind of found some angles. We did see this the Cypher, Cypher Weisiger?
We'll go with Weisiger.
Weisiger.
Yeah.
Went through TP, and I think that was the biggest kind of turning point of the round because they knew that no one else was at A. I think maybe it was miscommunication, or it was like, yo, I'm feeling myself today for my aim, but either way, it did not pay off.
I did really like the B to A rotate, as you mentioned, because as soon as the teleport went out, they said, wait, there's no one on A. And I like that they didn't take the teleporter. They didn't give away that they were going to A. They took a little bit slower route, but they got a free plan off, and unfortunately, the Supernovas just ran out of time. Is this round very slow? We'll see if, I think this time Descent is going to believe that Corkles is going to headshot him out of hookah.
Rafa making sure they see every corner. I think they did see them in tube there, so they're going to be having the buys over the Supernovas, though, so should be a semi-clean round.
They do get one. There's Descent picking up the first one. Some revenge onto Corkles.
They are playing this very slow. Like they are definitely kind of slowly inching the way up. They got a pick, and now they're getting out of there.
They're gonna bail. They're gonna double teleport. So that does let the Supernovas know they are rotating over towards A as Wessinger.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh my gosh! I got scared for a second.
I thought he was gonna turn on him. Oh, Pebbles got the Marshall.
The no armor Marshall, 6 one-shots. Oh, that was a good flank by them. They've gotten 2, which is big.
Yeah, 2 here is huge. Maybe even a chance to get a couple more. They get Rafa very low.
Oh, that was a great shot from Pryor.
Fortunately, I don't think Oberon's going to be able to pick up a gun. Going to have to go in with the pistol.
They can play this one. Yep.
Not bad. Even getting 2 kills, even if you don't win this round, is huge. They know where they are.
player
Ooh.
standing.
All right.
Unfortunately, do have to send playing the, hey, I got the insurance, guys, don't worry. But that's a really great round from Supernovas, because, I mean, obviously they're going to buy now, but Floods have literally one gun over for the bonus, and they can't really buy here because they can't all full buy. So I think that's really important, honestly, inside of the Supernovas.
No, you're totally right. The fact that you take down Force, you deny most of the bonus, you get your buys now. Well, Pebbles was absolutely phenomenal. Some of the best Marshall we've seen, as you said. It's still one shot with no armor, but yeah, even though they lost the first 2 rounds, Supernova's in a great spot here to pretty much dominate this round, you'd have to think. At least based off the buys.
Yeah, it seems like Floods are kind of doing the same thing every round, with more so they kind of overflood B. And that was actually not intentional. That's why they had like the fake laugh after. That is my bad. I'm sorry. But yeah, they kind of always do this thing with B where they, they have most of their numbers and then they kind of maybe play A. They kind of keep them, see if they over-rotate. But this round it seems like they just don't have too many guns and see if they push out. Corkle's on a big flank here.
I think Corkles might get a free kill down B long. I don't know if anyone's going to see him with the Vandal as well, so going to have him outgunned. Yep. There's one. Does give his position away.
Yep.
But I don't think you can turn around if you're on the Floods now. Well, you know.
Here we go. Oh, they do have him kind of boxed in here, though. If Jacob just plays this angle here instead of peeking, I think it's really good. Because then Corkles can obviously get there in time to hold the angle as well. Yep, like this.
And
One enemy remaining.
Messenger's gonna. Oh, peeking with the utility out. Doesn't matter when your Cypher's just gunning into hookah.
Yep, that's kind of honestly. And the thing is sometimes I think people kind of undervalue eco rounds, especially round 2 when the other team buys, where they kind of just sometimes they fall over. They're like, oh, it's just eco round, like whatever. I don't have to do that much. But I think them getting 4 kills in the eco round sets them up so well for the 3rd round, because I mean they had full guns versus like maybe 1 Spectre, I think. So it just sets them up overwise and then eco-wise as well, right? Because now they have that win. They can get the eco kind of stabilizing, whereas if you look at the side of Floods, they're full buying, and one even has to buy light armor. And so...
Yeah, the Floods are basically in that, eco, non-eco sort of back and forth every time they lose a round. They do have a couple of ults, and Pebble gets the first elimination. Corkles this time was trying to push down B long and ran right into him. Oh, what a headshot from God. I think this is a free plan. Yeah, this is just a free plan.
Oh. I think that was a dart that just kind of saw Jacob there in the corner.
The dog just missed. They do have the ping. God's not going to be ready for Rafa. Never mind. Ellie was just right there.
Hello.
They tried.
That was a great shot from God there, but just got a little aggressive there. Okay, we do have a 2v4.
I mean, you do have the Cypher ult online. Maybe if DRW gets a kill,
yeah,
you could turn it into something. It's taking a lot of damage, though.
They do have Seekers from Rafa here, but it seems like they're kind of off. Oh, there we go. That's exactly what they need. Kind of opens up the side.
Oh, gets great assist there from DRW. Got to push into Pryor and Descent. This is going to be tough.
One enemy remaining.
Maybe not. I think it's going to run out of time.
It's always that anchor. Hey, if you're the anchor player on your team, just know that you are very valuable. Because there's 2 rounds now in this game where if you didn't have an anchor playing for bomb like Diffuse, you would have lost. Maybe. Probably.
It was a great job. I mean, this is something we had talked about in one of our other broadcasts for a different game, but knowing your role is so huge.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you're not going to be 7-3 like Pebble Descent, but your team is winning rounds because of you.
Yep.
Like, you have to realize that your KD might not be the greatest, but, we recognize you. We see you. It's not a fun job, but somebody has to do it.
The thing is obviously recognizing what role you're going to play in every game, because it's going to be different.
Yep.
Some days your aim's going to be really well, and you're going to be the pop-off carry. Some days your aim's not going to feel well at all. The thing is at least you can do your role correctly. You can play, the safe one. You can play the end of the round so that, you can stop the Diffuse. Like, there's so many things you can do, even if you're not playing particularly well that day.
Once again, we get the B overload here from the Floods. Whoa. Corkles is a machine, but does get taken out the spray through the smoke.
I like the call out by God right there. He kind of was like, yo, I think Corkles is going to greed this, and he just kept spraying it, and sure as well,
And now they just rotate. I love this strategy for the Floods. I'm curious how long it'll take for the Supernovas to figure it out, which is
Ooh, oh yeah.
pick on B, rotate A.
Yeah, this time it seems that the Supernovas do actually have 2 at A this time waiting for them, so I think they were kind of... Oh, I think they did see him there. We do have the Seekers available for Rufa there, but Jacob is just holding this U-Haul pretty tightly.
And got it popped the Empress, by the way.
Oh,
so that
really?
Empress just went down for no value, but Descent and Rafa do pick up 2 and somehow put their team back in the lead. I like this spot from DRW. Unfortunately, Rafa's in the same spot. The dog goes through U-Haul.
You should run.
Okay. Oh, I like this Killjoy ult.
Turrets destroyed.
Just pretty much guarantees you win the round at this point.
Ooh, the good suck in there from Pebble.
I'm
I think
curious.
Weisiger is in a hard spot here.
Yeah, I think you're just looking for a pick.
Oh.
Nope. Never mind.
These rounds are actually pretty like close in terms of until like they're not, which in terms of like they're playing it slow. They get a pick on one side, then they rotate. They get a pick on the other side, and then they get like it's whoever kind of gets those 2 picks first that really makes the big deal. I think Josh was there and or Jacob. Hello. Same thing. I'm just kidding. But Jacob did a great job in U-Haul there, kind of holding 2 down. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough, but that's kind of usually what can make the difference sometimes. And Supernovas are on Eco, so this should be a good Floods round. Floods kind of changed it up, it looks like. They kind of know their Eco, and it looks like they're going to go this A push. Ooh.
Oh, they're going to catch Corkles.
Oh.
Fortunately, the Astra smoke works against the Floods. We do have a Jet Knives pop from Supernovas on the Eco round, which is very interesting.
Corkles already jumped up in the air in the updraft. They're ready to go.
They started flying. They know the key to playing Jet in Esports Tower.
A lot of utility coming from the Supernovas right here.
Oh, gets them.
We do have Seekers from Rafa still up, so I could see that being used. We also have Dissipate from Astra also up. It seems that they're kind of setting up for B here.
Take flight.
I'd like to see the Seekers use here from Rafa.
Yeah, I agree.
Even though it's an eco round, but it gets a kill onto Corkles anyway. You get that cooldown started. Plus, it just guarantees you don't, because we saw what happened last time they were on the bonus. They won the round but lost so many guns. You can't have that happen again.
It's a really cool tripwire right there. They're just gonna rotate again. Like, I will say, Floods are a very patient attack team. If they see something they don't like for a site, they're not afraid to just. Hey, it's okay, Jacob. We all do that. Well, that was a really good peek there from, I think it was Pryor, right?
Yeah, that was Pryor on the Sova. Roth is the one who ends up getting credit. It's a great Astra wall.
Yep. We love seeing Astra ults used because a lot of the time Astras do not use their ult too much or kind of hold it. But great round.
Yeah, I mean, as you said, the Floods are incredibly patient. I mean, they started A, went to B, then went back to A. But it ends up working out as a great Astra wall and some great shooting by Rafa and a nice peek from Pryor.
I would say Rafa and Pryor played that very well in terms of communication. That was a very cool team play. That's the one things I was kind of talking about earlier that I really like to see. Because a lot of times you don't see that. You don't see a coordinated flash from Rafa into a peek from Pryor, but then also Rafa comes and backs him up there. So I think it was a fantastic play, and it's really hard to play against that on the side of Supernovas.
For the Supernovas, they do have an op-out for Corkles on A site. Oh. Nice blind.
Got the audible cues, so they know at least one's there.
Ooh, it's another blind. Unfortunately, God just was crosshairs in the exact perfect spot. And you can see the Astra value right now. It just denies all the bathrooms from that opera.
She just has so much utility in this map because there's so many choke points on this map and so many good smoke spots that you can just directly pinpoint. See, the thing is, I don't know if Rafa's got Seekers here because I think they're kind of trying to sneak B here.
Ooh. Now they know they have an op.
And, I thought I was go TP here. Oh, he's past it. Rafa gets a pick on the B site.
Maybe K might catch him in rotation. Oh.
Oh, and they get the Cypher ult.
Oh, I like that.
They're really far, so they don't get a lot of value of it, but at least he did pop it.
Oh, yeah, I like using it.
Uh-huh.
Because you at least kind of get a sense of where or how many people are there. They do get the spike down. It's a nifty little spot on top of the tube.
Yep. Oh, Corkles gets a pick on a Pryor. That's pretty big here.
There's an Empress.
Yeah.
Oh, just sensing such a great spot. Should run right into Corkles.
Enemy remaining.
Sentry turret ends up taking him down, and Rafa will clean up the rest. And they'll just leave the op on the ground.
They went on up? No.
No.
Okay. And then you have like, I feel like in team environments it'd probably be pretty funny where it's like, yo, I could, no.
No, no. pick
like,
me the
oh,
op. No,
okay.
I forgot. I missed it. My bad.
We
Didn't
don't have
see
Jet
it.
here, so we're not using it, guys. Okay.
That was such a. I love the play that God tried to make in U-Haul.
Yeah.
Just got caught with the knife out, but
Yeah, I mean, I will say it definitely was interesting knife spot. It was probably one of those things where like they did it once, and okay, well, I'll never have my knife out in that spot again.
probably expected them to rotate faster. But since the
Yeah.
spike hadn't gone down, they didn't quite know everyone was at B.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Scanning ahead.
Oh, I like that.
Oh, Seekers do come out actually from the Supernova, surprisingly
Yeah, I
enough.
think they've used 2 Seekers by the time Rafa's had theirs, actually. If I'm not mistaken.
Maybe Rafa just doesn't feel like he needs to use it.
Oh, that was a good bait.
We have seen so many shotguns in hookah, it's hilarious.
It works almost every time, too, so I don't blame them.
I feel like they pick bind, and they're like, at some round, we got to go shotguns and hookah.
Well, it's like, okay, I can't full buy. What can I buy? I can buy Judge.
You see the dog came out from Ellie over in bathroom, so they know nobody's over there. And Floods, again, we've seen this. They just play so incredibly slow.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh. Wow. I love that's the first time I've ever seen like something like that happen like in an actual game.
What a lineup.
Yeah, those lineups are super sick. The double shock dart, that is such an awesome spot right there. It's exactly where you'd think someone peeked
30
right out of
seconds
U-Haul, and it had, you know, he is so amped. Like
Jacked.
those Reddit videos that he watched, they're paying off. He is the Reddit Sova.
He has Discord screenshots of
Yep.
every map of exactly what his lineup needs to be.
I'm be honest, he's probably done that probably 100 times. It hasn't worked. But in a game or streamed,
10
it
seconds
is,
left.
and that's awesome.
Ooh, I like this flank from Pebble. Didn't end up getting it done though. I like. He was running. I was surprised he didn't crouch walk. I mean,
So this goes one of 2 ways.
oh, what a flank!
Oh, does get some good damage there too. Nice.
Gets the defuse. Supernova's kind of back in it.
Yeah, so I mean, the score is 6-2 here, but like I feel like a lot of these rounds are 1 to 2, you know, people difference. So I think it honestly comes down to just a couple executional different things. I think Flood's played a little too aggressive there, especially that, you know, the Pebble play. They definitely pay the price for that. And we still have the Seekers.
Maybe one day. Yeah, Pebble had such a good idea. It was just so aggressive. We get a look here. I think we're going to see this fantastic lineup here
Yeah,
for
this
Fryer.
is sweet.
Just, as you said, knowing, you know what, maybe someone's in U-Haul,
Boom, boom.
gets the elimination. Fortunately, couldn't win the round off of it, but
And it's cool that they did it right too, because you can mess this up a lot. Because a lot of Sova darts that kind of work like that for shock darts is basically you shoot the first one at full power, and then the second one you're literally tracking the first one and you're shooting two power. So it's a really interesting kind of thing that happens. Oh, you can shoot that.
I think he might have.
Yeah, he did. I think they destroyed it.
Oh, God gets a great
Oh,
pick.
like that was really, really cool.
Should be able to take down Ellie. Oh.
Goes with the pistol.
Would have maybe liked to see Pryor just rip the Hunter's Fury there, because you knew where Ellie. Ooh.
He goes from hitting a double shock dart to that. Hey, it happens.
He goes to teleport. He's like,
It
no one saw it.
happens. Yeah.
I'm bailing. Ooh. Cypher Cage, Spike Cam Dart, all of this utility. Corkle's now with the Marshall.
I thought they were gonna no-scope, I'm not gonna lie.
That quite a bit of damage, and I think the one thing the Supernovas have learned is how slow the Floods want to play, and so they just need to defend. This Pryor, unfortunately, partly on his own half, is down to 10 HP.
Yeah, it seems like Supernova is more so, hey, we just have to hold these sites, and we can't really play aggressive on these sites, because if we just don't show,
seconds left.
they're probably actually not going to push us.
Yeah, Floods basically wait until they. Oh, there it is.
Seekers into the Hunter's Fury like that. Hits his teammate. That's okay.
Ellie does get one of the kills.
Close.
Saw the we can see the silhouettes. They can't. They still have to get a plant down.
Yeah, let's say they don't have too much time here.
10 seconds.
Now, I mean, Rafa probably just has to hold, maybe look for an exit frag or two. Oh.
Oh. sometimes you get a gun and then you bring it out and you see like 15 bullets and you're like, you know, and then.
And you're like, I'm not. I can reload this.
Yeah,
They're not
yeah.
pushing me. Good job by the Supernovas. They figured out the Floods attacking. We talked about how patient they are. The Floods, I don't know if it's in their nature, but I feel like this round would be a great round to say, we're just going to hard rush A. We're going to stick it. Because I think the Supernovas have learned, as you mentioned, if we don't show, they're never going to push until they start to run out of time, and that's when the panic sets in.
That is true.
I do see God has the Empress again. Hopefully his Empress goes a little bit better than last time, which was pop it and get headshot right out of U-Haul.
Yeah, it happens sometimes though.
Where is Corkles? Corkles on B with the op. No one is on B, though.
Yeah, it seems they're kind of going to 3-stack A this time. And they're kind of waiting here where they're at a little bit, too. They're playing really far back this time, though, for the side of Supernovas.
Ooh. Pebble takes a flash, almost like the dog.
Oh, that's something, man.
Shock darts have... He's still too high. Ooh, what a great pick for Oberon and Ellie.
I'm telling you, he's just still excited from it. He just, you know, he's like, wow, that actually worked.
He's trying to show off all his other cool ones that he hasn't quite mastered yet. Oh, Corkles. The great op on Briar. You can see Rafa was like, wait, where did my teammate just die from?
This is a big round for Supernovas because I'm pretty sure after this, Flood's eco is going to be pretty bad.
Oh, that is huge.
Shot.
Denies the op, but... So, yeah, they get it back. No problem.
Yep. They have Seekers back up to the side of Supernovas. And just like that, 6-4, and I think they don't have enough eco here for this round to basically full buy.
Looks like they may...
Or...
They might have enough for one more. Just kind of looking at the scoreboard there in the replay. I think they
do have enough.
They do have enough.
Yeah, they must have saved actually a little bit because we didn't get to see like the full kind of layout of the team. So
I think this is their last round.
Yeah.
Outside of Descent, who has quite a few credits on them.
I will say this is a big round from Supernova. If they can win this round, Floods would have to obviously eco next round. So, or not eco, but like they're forced to not have full guns. So, if they win this one, I think it'd be a 6-6 half.
It's interesting that you opt to full buy instead of just saving for the last round to guarantee you're at full strength.
I think it's more so like if you buy here, you can buy a full set of assault rifles, right? And then if you do lose it, you can still basically go all out for your credits the next round because you don't have to worry about that full buy.
That's
fair. Makes sense. So
that is fair. That does make sense.
Whereas if you save it, you'd have to save this round, and then you know.
We do get the Seekers from the Supernovas. Don't think they hit anything, and now they're kind of all trapped on it in hookah again.
But one of Floods did get picked off, so
the op is going to be scary to just kind of stand in the middle of hookah.
I don't see Floods opting for this play though, because I feel like it's pretty uncharacteristic of them to actually just force onto site after this entire half.
And you can see, I mean, Ellie is positioned so perfectly to get any sort of rotate over towards A as well, or to see somebody, if somebody comes out of the teleporter.
That's what they're going to try to do. I like this play how Ellie is going to CT and not, you know, more of a corner or anything like that.
God just taking some bullets through the wall, I think realizes what the play for the rest of the team is. Oh, Ellie's going to get a great pick onto Pebble. You can see it on the map.
So they don't have too much time here, so...
Ooh, Ellie is right behind him. He even killed Spike, which is huge.
Yeah, I think they just, so now they just have to live and they win the round.
Yep, they win. Nothing that Pryor can do. Trigger the trip wire.
On purpose. Yeah, it's funny. Hey, look where I am, guys.
I'm over here. Nobody knew where I was.
Yeah, and I kind of know. Once I saw the kind of the 4-man from Floods trying to kind of force hookah a little bit with the Asterisk utility, I didn't see them pushing through. The other thing is they kind of took too long to rotate, obviously, because they didn't have enough time. And once that spike went down, they just lost round due to time.
So they pretty much all get full buys except Pebble.
Yeah, which is pretty good. We take, you know, that's pretty good. I think they actually didn't get a plant, so they're just somehow getting money. Oh, it's because they're losing multiple runs in a row.
Yeah, they won 4 in a row, then lost 4 in a row. We'll see if they lose a 5th in a row.
Oh, they do have a KJ ult. We've only seen KJ ults after post plant. So
yeah, we haven't seen. I mean, they get good value here if they dropped it right on B. They'd be able to take site pretty easily.
Concealment.
They just smoke it off, and now they're kind of stuck. Bind has not been a good map for them. Oh, there is the KJ ult though.
Yeah, here we go. Now we do have the Empress from God, and hopefully uses it once they kind of get on site here.
You get the knives from Cordial.
Oh,
That's a great molly.
that was a really cool Killjoy play.
Forces him in. There's the Empress that's going to get popped. Though, not all going their way. They did get a nice Astra ult from the Supernovas. It's a 4-on-2, actually.
Oh.
Pull out the shorty with the Empress. Use the ghost form to get a reload off.
Oh.
That would have been fantastic had they gotten that kill.
I'll say both Reynas this game have done a very good job of using the kind of the ghost shift form in terms of like you use it to peek or you use it where you peek first, then you hit it so you can kind of see it safely. So that's pretty cool. Interesting reload times there, but you know, hey. Overall, great half. I mean, it started out kind of on the favor of Floods, but Supernovas kind of figured it out and ended the half 6-6.
I'm curious how the Supernovas will attack because I think defense obviously suits the Floods playstyle a lot better, which is just hang back, play very passive. So I'm curious what the Supernovas want to do. We haven't seen them. Again, first Rumble for both these teams. I mean, again, a couple familiar faces, but I'm very curious how the in-game leadership is going to sound, especially for the Supernovas after that great end. And something we haven't seen, their new teams, we'll recommend it. You call timeout when you start losing, right? Take that timeout, kind of regroup, especially if you're the Floods. I'd love to see that if they lose another round.
Yeah, I think if Floods loses first round here, they just play eco and then you call timeout in the third one.
They do take care of this sentry. I like God getting a bit aggressive there as we get the full A rush from the Supernovas. Unfortunately, they already lose two.
Kill again.
Oh, they're going to just rush right on top of them. They take a bit of damage. This is just a pistol madness on A. I think every body for the Supernovas is within like 5 meters of each other.
Yeah, I will say I think it's funny when like both teams are missing a lot. And so it's like you just hear a lot of bullets going off, but you don't see anyone like basically dying yet, and then all at once it kind of just happens.
It was a very aggressive play from the Supernovas. The Floods, I mean, they were down a member too. You can see Rafa was always rotating over, so a great job.
There we go.
There it is. There's the timeout.
Yep, Pryor called it. So
even though they won the round, they still called the timeout.
And I think that's good because you know they kind of had a good start. It seems like the second half it hasn't really. I think it's been like 5 rounds now.
Yeah,
6 maybe. And so obviously things aren't kind of going their way. So you just timeout. Hey guys, we won the first however many. So just go play this defensive a little safer. I think they'll obviously have an eco round here. For the side of this, but
I'm going to be honest, Red Hot. I'm going to pretend Pryor called the timeout because he's tabbing into Discord to look at his defense lineups.
Yeah, hey guys, 1 second. Can we call timeout? Why? Just 1 sec, and then just like all tabs. He's like, all right, this is the YouTube video. This is spawn. All right.
If you look right there, if he gets a shock dart lineup this round, I'm going to 100% believe that's what he did. Just, I really. Oh.
I like that dash. Like, that was very fast.
Yeah.
I think it could have waited long. I mean, obviously it's scary, but I think they definitely could have waited longer.
Yeah, I was about to say, we've seen great trigger discipline in the Esports Tower. That felt like one of those where if you wait a little bit longer, you could probably get 2 kills before you die, as opposed to 3, or as opposed to 1.
Yeah, I definitely think that's an aftermatch thing where it's like, hey, you just wait a little longer there and you're good.
Of course, if you wait longer and the second person in looks left and just headshots you, and you're like, oh, what a spot from Rafa.
Oh, wow. I was gonna say, I really wanted Ellie to get the kill because I would have hit him with like the, I'd hit you with the, what a great spot from Ellie. Because it was kind of like a reverse Uno card there, but. Oh!
Oh no!
Oh my gosh!
I like how the Floods that round opted for we're just going to hide in absolutely obscure places and take 1 for once.
See, Pryor did have the trigger discipline. It's just the second one fell short a little bit, but it happens.
Yeah, you're still using the pistol.
Oh, man, that's tragic.
It just has the great lineup. Okay, I'll shoot them, and then... The problem is he didn't stop shooting, right? He tried to spray transfer with the pistol, which is never going to go well. You just got to take the 1 shot, re-aim. You have about a split second before Corporals or any humans will be like, oh, my teammate just got shot.
As they turned around, he got a little scared, so it happens.
Yeah, if he pulls off the spray transfer with the pistol, I mean, I'd be very much impressed. They didn't lose a member, did they? Or they lost a couple?
They lost 2 or 3, I think.
3.
I think it was 3.
But I don't know if Pryor was in on the bonus since he was using a pistol. If he had bought an Spectre.
Yeah.
So he might have been saving.
Heal on, squad.
Healing up a little bit. Love the Sky utility. Seems like recently a lot of Skies every game now.
No blind. Well, I like this flank. Everybody's on B side here. They got to be careful. The dog from Rafa is coming in. And all of this Astra smoke is just making it impossible to see anything. Rafa
This is why Astra, I mean, once again, I've said a lot of this map. This, like, Astra just gets so much use in this map.
Yeah. Oh.
Man. There's been so many scenarios where you're peeking and it's too good to be true, and then you just see them like, oh my gosh, this is happening. Fire with them. Oh.
Ellie gets one. It's a 1-on-2. They don't have any health, though. Yeah, it's
Good try.
I was gonna say we've seen a lot of peaks where they like this is too good to be true, and then they somehow get stuck reloading. Because I think that's what happened in that one. Maybe we'll see the clip,
Yeah.
but no,
Just like that.
well.
Once they kind of, you know.
Yeah, it just runs out of ammo. Yeah. Knowing when to reload is probably one of those hidden skills in Valorant, because you never want to get caught in a situation like that. It isn't a different, you know, other FPSs where you can just kind of reload willy-nilly and nothing's going to happen. You've definitely got to master, like, when do I reload and when do I conserve my bullets as much as I can?
And, hey, I will say, after that timeout, Floods doing some work.
Yeah, they 2 rounds in a row after the timeout. They have Rafa,
3?
hopefully. Yeah, 3, you're right.
Actually, well, I no, 2 after the timeout, yeah.
I really hope Rafa just ships the Seekers. Because you can Seekers here, you can win, and then you can maybe have Seekers for another round.
Well, yeah, I think defending also, it's like you kind of just, if they obviously all go to the right and stuff, you kind of know whether they're coming in.
So far, the Supernovas have been very one-sided. They are a bit more split this time. We're going to see Rafa and DRW, and Rafa's going to win that.
A lot of damage taken by God.
Doesn't have the Sky either because Rafa's over on B, so he's not going to have any healing. They run. I wonder if they reset this.
Yeah, I wonder if they kind of just pull, you know, a Floods, and they start kind of just rotating, playing slow. It looks like they might go for a fake out here, but seems like Floods is just not really budging. Oh, well, it looks like they're going to send at least 2. Okay, yeah, they actually are rotating out here.
They full rotated, I think.
The thing is
Pebbles is back.
yeah, so Pebbles is back. But, I mean, I think they haven't smoked. I think they're just going to play through this play.
Yeah, Korkel's even taking a shot from Hookah to kind of make it seem like the Supernova are trying to rotate, but unfortunately none of that works when Pebble gets a win in a 1v3.
I think Pebbles gone through the smoke.
That smoke's been there the whole time.
Yeah.
I think you're right. They know somebody's up in heaven. They did at least get the spike down.
Ellie does have Seekers. See if she uses that.
Pebble.
Yep,
Nice
1 for 1.
Ooh, Pebble and Pride. They just wrap that up. They'll get the defuse.
And they did have a flank there, and Flood's kind of running away with it. So I guess we'll kind of see how it goes. I will say Floods have had a lot of good teamwork plays, like, you know, just kind of like 2-man, 3-man kind of things. I actually do like the opt for the fake out there. They kind of just played the long con of, hey, we're just going to sit in bathrooms, wait for them to rotate, or, you know, at least we think they're going to rotate. And they did. And then it kind of paid off, so. Well, not kind of, it did.
Well, I mean, I'm really curious how Pebble got that kill, because I think you're right. I think it was through the smoke.
Yeah,
we didn't quite see it, because that smoke had been there the whole time.
And if they went through the smoke, there's no way they wouldn't have gotten picked up. They would have not got picked off.
Exactly. So the fact that, I mean, that pick probably changes everything.
Yep.
Because if they get the plant down, they're still at 4. And now they're going to be forced to eco this round, too. Which is... Oh, Hunter right off the rip through mid. Gets 1. So they do lose God in the process.
I will say it was kind of funny. The flash there from Reyna through the wall, so if they were on site, you couldn't get flashed by it.
Maybe pop the Empress now that you're Jacob, since you did pick up a gun.
I don't know, they kind of need a pop-off to happen here.
I'd like to see it. Oh, this is a great spot for Pryor, by the way. Yep, just right under Hookah as soon as they jump through the smoke. And just like that, it's all up to Jacob now.
Does get 1. Doesn't prop the Empress. Oh.
Molly just misses.
Oh.
Thought they were maybe going to get that on the blind. The Floods, I mean, we talked about all the time. Timeouts are absolutely critical. You get one, no need to waste one. They have dominated since that timeout.
Yeah, I mean, like, you know, sometimes your blood just gets a little flowing too fast. Like, you know, you think, especially in these games, right? You're only thinking really round to round, and you're thinking about the overall, right? So when you kind of start going on a loss streak, even by the Supernovas at this point, like, you know, feeling as the Supernovas, it was 6-6 at half, and now it's 6-11. So, you know, you're not feeling pretty good. You know, you're kind of losing rounds kind of at an increasing rate. So sometimes you just got to pause and, you know, be like, hey, we got stuff that works. We got to figure it out.
I'm curious if they have 4 ults up. Maybe you can start with the Seekers. That's
a good start. There we go.
And Pryor had the op as well. That was an op v op battle.
Nice.
Ooh. Great use of the neural depth.
I've got your trail.
The Seekers too. Using a lot of utility this round. They definitely need this round for sure.
Yeah, they have to win this round. They know Descent is down there as Corkal's getting very aggro with the op. Oh, man.
Let's go. Oh.
I think his team should be able to cover for him, though. Yeah, able to get a couple of kills. Nice. They finish it off.
And there we go.
Use your ults, get the advantage. It starts with oh, didn't quite get the plant down, though.
Jacob does have Empress here, though.
They have Empress and the Astro Wall. Maybe could use that to get a plant off.
It seems like Supernova's attack rounds are doing pretty well when they kind of split. Like that was kind of I think it was like a 4 or 3-2 split kind of right there, where they kind of had the roamers go B over time. So worked out pretty well.
See what the Floods can do to finish this off. They have plenty of eco, so they're not too worried about losing that round. Full bathrooms push. Nobody is there, though. They do get now. They are all hard rushing A, which, as you mentioned, has not had the most success when they've all stuck together. Double Astra smoke goes out, and they probably just have to rotate back to B.
Do they fake it again, though?
You've got God watching hookah. You've got Rafa was watching B long. So rotation's pretty well covered this time, unfortunately, if you're a Supernova.
I think they just forced on here, honestly. That's what it seems like they're doing.
Yep. Looking for a pick onto somebody. They did get through bathrooms. They get the Cypher Cage down to give them some extra cover. Descent, though, does get one. It's a nice trade.
One for one, but the Astra's quite low on the side of Supernovas. Oh, the double shock dart came out.
Ooh, sprays down Ellie. They do get the defender killjoy from the Floods as well. That's going to force them off the site. Oh, no.
Getting caught in that utility. I don't think you should go into a smoke with utility, but that is, you know, happens.
Oh.
Here we go. I like that. Instant Seekers.
It's 2v2. Well, they're going to know exactly where DRW is. They're both in bathrooms, and the Seekers plus the dog and a blind.
Yeah, you can't see.
The overkill there, yeah, you're not doing anything.
Nothing better than, you know, getting the dog and the Seekers, and you're just like, all right, I give up.
Match point here for the Floods.
Yeah.
We do get a full buy from the Supernovas, though, it looks like.
Except for one, yeah.
Yeah, everybody but Oberon. Yeah, they get a Spectre at least.
Yeah. And we have op on each side now. Looks like it's to go with Descent with that op, so.
Interesting. Well, he did pick it up, so he says, you know what, finders keepers.
Yeah, my op.
Double Astro Wall is very interesting as well. I mean, I would assume the Supernovas will drop theirs. Oh. All right, well, that's why Descent picked up the op, I guess. Just immediately picks Corkles off the spawn.
Yeah, but Jacob's kind of just watching here.
Oh, they push through the Astro Wall. It's the Supernovas, by the way. Maybe. Oh, I like this.
Ooh, one bathrooms.
Oh, the wall falls out. Let's look at the plan off, though. I don't know what Descent can do since it's not a jet with an op. Well, he can do that, I guess. Ellie has picked up the op that Corkles dropped. It's a 3v2. Oh, this is huge for Rafa.
There we go. Gets two.
It's all down to Jacob. And Descent just simply swap weapons. Gets the kill.
And here comes the game.
Should get the defuse and the Floods. Get the win. Was told that Bind was the Flood's strongest map, so they, you know, maybe had a small advantage. But again, a great use of the timeout. You and I are always, always, always asking teams to call timeouts. The Floods do it, and I think only lost one round after the timeout.
Yeah, actually, yeah. I think you're right. It was a one-round loss, and other than that, they just kind of took the game away. It was close, and then timeout happened and they got superpowers.
Well, you know, going at it alone can only get you so far. Ultimately, if you want to increase your chance of success, you have to level up your teaming skills. We saw that with the Floods there, Red Hots. They call a timeout. They immediately regroup. They win 6 of the next 7 rounds and end up taking the victory. You can really see how talented this team is. It's their first ever Rumble, and you can see that the Esports Tower really takes time to create teams of well-matched teammates. I want to give a shout out to all the coaches, and if you're watching, haven't checked out Esports Tower clubs yet, you should. It is the fast track to rank up. Now we can see how our semifinals will break down. We'll get Firestorms and Floods, Monsoons, Blue, and Drought. At the end of the night, we'll know who our grand final is going to be. I will say, though, and we'll see the Floods as our last game of the night, I believe, Red Hots. I hope they work on their attacking, because their attacking was very, very slow and calculated, which at times is not what you want your attack to be.
Yeah, I think it was more so kind of, I guess, defender messing up focus in terms of like they play for picks on the other side. So, you know, they kind of play slow. They wait for the defenders kind of peek them. They take that peek and then they kind of run with it rather than like, you know, usually how sometimes attacks go or it's, you know, they're playing full-time, you know, the whole team goes. They kind of have, you know, strategies for utility and all that stuff. But it seemed as more so like we're going to kind of slow play this site. Hopefully get a pick. If not, we can kind of bait him over here and then rotate out.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. Up next, it's our first semifinal of Week 6. We'll kick things off with the Droughts and Monsoon Blue. Who's going to get a spot in the grand finals? We'll find out right after this.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Visit NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Welcome back back into this week's broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble in Valorant, broadcasting it live from the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. It's our first Week 6 semifinal. We've got the Drought, who are our only champion in this event, looking to get back to the Grand Finals, taking on Monsoon's Blue, looking for their first appearance of the fall in the Grand Finals, and to continue our streak of new teams winning it all. Fish and Red Hots here, calling all of the action. Red Hots, we're going to Haven, which is a very interesting map. I feel like we don't see it a lot, but I feel like the Esports Tower kids absolutely love this map.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Haven's definitely a split opinion kind of map. I think some people love it, some people hate it. So I like it. I think it's a really fun competitive map just because, you know, obviously the 3 sites are pretty interesting, and I think it's definitely one of the most like, expressive maps, I'd say, in terms of agent-wise and team-wise. So I always like seeing a good Haven map.
Yeah, I think the 3 maps, the 3 bomb sites are very cool. But before we get into it, we do want to take a moment to congratulate all of the Esports Tower Club members who have graduated from the clubs, have been offered scholarships across the country. Over the last 3 months, Esports Tower Club members have received over $1.2 million in scholarships awards. These students have not only worked hard on their in-game play, but have worked hard academically as well and have earned these scholarship opportunities. We could not be more excited and proud to see all of the opportunities these players are getting. And who knows, maybe one of the players in our game coming up between Drought and Monsoon Blue will be adding to that number come next fall. But a huge congratulations to all of the club players. And now it's time to hop into our first semi-final of the night. It is Drought and Monsoon Blue. As we mentioned, it is on Haven. One team will make it to the Grand Finals. Then they'll find out who their opponent is. We'll wrap up the night with Floods and Firestorm, and we'll have an all Grand Final show next week for you to see who is your Week 6 champion. I'm excited to see Haven, as you said. I'm waiting for Riot to add another 3 plant map, because I think the 3 plant sites is very unique and makes this map a lot more interesting.
That's true, but I actually don't think they'll ever do that again.
Why do you just crush my dreams like that, Red Hots?
I don't know. I'm a realistic person.
Just...
I know, you know, I love being naive, but I just feel like sometimes, you know, they have one and that's their thing. You know, I think Haven was the perfect kind of map that worked out for it, but I think, you know, they kind of are going to keep focusing on the stuff that's kind of like Fracture and Icebox, where it's kind of pushing the, you know, kind of like new agenda in terms of a first-person tactical shooter, right? I mean, there's nothing like that ever in, you know, CS:GO and stuff like that. So I love seeing kind of what they're doing with the game. I know and obviously every new map that they kind of make new different stuff, everyone's like, I don't like this. And, you know, eventually they're like, well, I actually like it a lot.
True. Every map is hated until the next map comes out, and everyone's like, actually, that other map
changed.
Exactly.
People don't like change until they change, and then it's like, I do like it.
Speaking of change, I mean, we see players who are changing teams a lot, but these are names that we've seen a lot, right? Orthodox, Deadshot, Mave, Rezkin. I mean, we're going to see players who they've been all over the place. Clids is another name that you and I were talking about the break that we recognize. So these are players that we've seen a lot of weeks. Some free agents, I think some on their normal teams. I'll be very curious to see how these players perform in a new environment, because players like, I mean, Deadshot, for example, outside of the Landslides players, probably one of the best players we've seen in the last few weeks in terms of just gunplay, game knowledge. See what he can do on the Omen.
And I will say, Fish, it seems like pretty interesting comps coming from each side. Obviously, we kind of see the Jet and Sage being this constant factor, but other than that, we have 3 other agent choices. We have the Omen comparatively to the Viper. We got the Sky instead of the Reyna, and then we also have a Viper instead of the Cypher. So overall, a lot kind of different comps in terms of what they're trying to achieve here. So we love seeing that.
Yeah, I'm personally am a big fan of the double duelist.
Yeah, me too.
I just like the aggression. I just like, you know, sorry, Floods, your gameplay is not my my forte. I like seeing people just go exactly. I don't even know who they're shooting at. It looks like they're shooting at the Sage wall, but
it looks like a B push here. Pretty interesting from Drought.
They just force them right off the site. They get a Cypher cage up. Orthodox is coming through. Deadshot gets the first one. They have not stopped holding W.
I like this play a lot because I think B site, especially on Haven, is almost a very big bait as attackers in terms of if you just take B and then plant, you're getting hit from both sides and you can go through mid, so it's very hard to actually play post-plant.
Mave with the huge flank. Had to reload the Frenzy. Nice dash out of the way. Reset everything.
Nice.
Gets the kill in the end. I will say the dragon skins are my favorite skins in Valorant.
I was thinking about that the other day too. When they first came out, I liked the Ob skin a lot, but honestly the other two, I didn't like them. The Vandal I wasn't a fan of. I think then they had the Frenzy.
Yep.
I wasn't a fan of, and you know, as time has gone on, I love them.
Change. We
Like
just talked about
if the Vandal one ever comes out in my shop again, that's instant buy.
Honestly, I'll say that the dragon eating the ammo is probably like one of the coolest animations.
Oh, yeah.
In any sort of game.
And I don't know, it's just like your skin feels so much like alive. Like I don't know, and like the Vandal like sound is just fantastic. Definitely a skin that really grew on me after the fact.
Did we get a full upgrade from one of the members of Drought?
We might have. I'm honestly never a fan of that at all, but
I think we got one. I thought I only saw 3 Spectres.
Wow, that was really cool.
That was a great flash. I love Orthodox gets a 2. Yeah, there we go. We do have a Phantom for Maeve. I guess when you're feeling yourself right, you just say, you know what, I know we're not going to die.
I just think that there's like no real good use for it, I guess. And maybe if you win this round, of course, maybe it is, but
I mean, yeah, now you're more on even terms in the bonus round, right? Is the one advantage, but you can't die.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
Doctus, Eclipse.
Oh, nice.
Are we?
That was a fantastic round from Drought.
That's back-to-back flawless, by the way.
I just loved the Sky Flash into the Omen blind. That was fantastic. I mean, you can't really react to that.
I mean, we talked about the Drought being our only returning champion. They are playing like a champion. They're playing like they want to be the first repeat champion of the fall. I love the aggressive play styles I mentioned. I love that they're just kind of, we're going to push one site, and we just believe that we're going to kill you off that site.
Yep. And this is going to be kind of the true kind of test, obviously. Monsoon Blue are now going to have a full buy comparatively to Drought's bonus. So they have a Bulldog and a Phantom with 3 Spectres. Interesting spot here from Clids.
Maybe just trying to... I don't know. I thought maybe Clids was just trying to get aggressive and push up, but instead didn't even get the alt orb either. I don't know what they were looking for there. Maybe an aggressive push. Because A is the target for Drought. You can see everybody is down there. Reskin takes a little bit of damage, has to dash away.
You know what I learned the other day is Jet's hitbox actually is active until her dash is finished.
Huh.
So if you shoot where Jet was as she's dashing, you'll kill her. Or you'll damage her.
That just changes how I view Valorant now.
Yeah.
Like,
I didn't know that either. I genuinely didn't know. It was like a Reddit post where it was like, oh, how did I die here? But it was like they basically, as they were dashing, someone shot where they were.
huh.
And I think that's why in like pro play and stuff, you see them play in such small angles.
Yeah.
Like in terms like that, because they'll actually just shoot exactly where the original is.
Hmm.
And obviously, it's not a huge window of
Yeah,
time
it's,
either,
you
because
know,
like,
point.
you know, it's literally in the middle of their dash. Because once they completed it, resets their hitbox. But I genuinely didn't know that.
It is a good tip to know. Which, you know, while we were fawning over Jet's hitbox, we were questioning what Clids was doing. They ended up getting a triple kill. So
Yeah,
I do want to give them
exactly.
credit for that. I mean, oh, they're going to try this Omen. Oh, these flashes have been great.
I do respect Cruz going for like the middle shots there. Because the other two sides were kind of doomed.
Spike planted.
They just took over C. That is, the Droughts have just taken over sites. Muffins, maybe. Let's have an opening in that ice wall.
Yep.
Deadshots. Deadshots have been playing phenomenal.
The Deadshot, I think in every team in Orthodox, they've been doing a great job everywhere they go. They kind of seem like a package deal, too, it seems like.
Yeah, they feel. Ooh. We have seen some really good Jet. We were talking about Corkle. Reskin's another one of those insane Jet players we've seen on a bunch of different teams.
I think, in my personal opinion, I think Reskin's been one of our best Jet players for a couple weeks now. Especially because their op threat is huge.
I mean, I would think with a 3-piece on the Sheriff, if there's ever time for Reskin to pull out the op, it's going to be soon. I don't know if he gets enough on that one. This is a great play.
They're kind of just like they're doing the same thing to each other.
And then he gets this just long shot down C. We didn't quite see it in our replay. Does have the knives. Maybe you eco this round. I think, yeah, eco this round, knives. Hope you get a couple kills, pull out the op.
Yep, I would agree with that.
And wherever Reskin is, that is going to be a scary spot once he gets the op.
I think that them not buying anything at all is definitely a...
Does dash away.
Too, yeah. Ooh! That last one, everyone always, like, you know, really waits on that. Oh, I like that play. Cliff has got some cheeky stuff kind of on A.
Oh, couldn't quite finish the spray transfer, though. Only does get one. So Maeve and company are going to get the spike planted. I don't. Muffins. Maybe up in heaven, Muffins can make a mini res kit. Never mind.
Standing.
I don't know what Cruz can do, but I respect that he's gonna go for it. Oh,
Yep.
he tried. Again, Deadshot's in Orthodox been playing phenomenally. And as you said, Clids has some great
Yeah.
little sneaky flanks. If he completes that spray transfer, he probably wins that round for his team.
He had a Spectre too, so that's kind of hard with that. But I mean, Clids is definitely playing some weird stuff. You got some smokes running into their their smoke A long, and then that time just kind of putting a wall down, and it's scary to go in there and check. So they said, no, I don't want to check in there, which is fair.
Well, Redskins does have the op, by the way.
Yep, and hopefully we can kind of see something get going here for the Monsoons Blue.
The only downside is that Redskins on the opposite side of the map from all of the drought. I like that orb from Clids. Does have the Viper Pit as well. Maybe you just pop it because we've seen the drought get so aggressive.
I think it's really hard on a map like Haven. I think you have to really wait on a map like Haven. Redskin does go 1-for-1 though. Good trade on the side of drought.
You will not kill
Oh,
my
and they can res.
Unfortunately, only burns the res.
Clids.
Wanted to push for it. I like the play. Oh, Mo. Mo might get a huge flank here. I don't know if anyone's going to check behind.
Get one pop Empress, reset the rest.
Ooh, that's a great tripwire.
I think you can jump this. Yeah.
Oh, tried. And that, unfortunately, is going to tell Orthodox to
I
turn
can't tell if
around.
they crouch jumped or not.
Spike planted.
It kind of looked like they did. That felt jumpable. Oh, they still might get a huge flank. Gets one.
Ooh, and yep.
Last player standing.
Tried.
That just said, hey.
All right, Cruz, what can you do? Up in heaven once again. Already getting
clutch.
sprayed.
Yeah, okay. Popping.
Orthodox is to say, hey, I like that op. I'm going to take it.
Yep.
All right.
And I wonder if he's going to take it on the side of drought. I wonder if Orthodox kind of keeps it, or what they kind of end up doing with this.
We've seen Maeve with the op in the past.
Yep.
Mixed results, if
I'll
we're
say.
being honest. Good rounds and some rounds it's like, eh.
The only two big operas that I've kind of remember off the top of my head is probably Redskin and Memphi.
Yeah. I think Maeve has had rounds where you and I say, wow, you know, like give her the op every time, and then there's been rounds where it's like, maybe not the op. So
I just think Redskin's definitely been the most consistent
100%.
with the op out of everyone in Esports Tower.
he's like, hey, can we kill them so we can get my op back, please?
Yo, op, give me op.
I think they left it on Orthodox, it appear. Maeve is 10-1, and
Maeve's doing fantastic on this jet.
if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Oh, nice pick from Muffins. I love this Sage Wall spot on B. You don't expect it. Plus the Viper Wall as well to give you even more cover.
There we go. Orthodox gets one. Does get Mo kind of on that. I think. Exactly. Oh, nice.
Well,
That's a huge pick from Orthodox.
Using that neural theft. They did.
Deadshot's like, where'd they go?
What happened to him? Oh
Oh my gosh. Oh, we're good.
Milky ended up turning on Redskins there. Gets the plant down as well. Ooh, Muffins is in a very compromised spot.
Oh.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, here we go. Ready?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, nice
Gets
shot.
two. All up to Muffins. I don't know what you can do with the Sheriff.
See, we can just see what happens moments before disaster. We know exactly where they are, and then you're like, well, you gotta look left, and then
Look, if you look like with the shorty, you win, but
Weapon here.
then he walked out. This looks so promising. I think you and I both thought, like, oh, he's going to peek with the shorty and just absolutely blast Deadshot away, and that's not what happened,
second shot
unfortunately.
was really nice.
Yeah.
And I mean, Drought's kind of taking over right now in this Haven attack.
Yeah, they have. I mean, and if you're a Drought fan, you kind of wanted to see this, right? Because we talked about it. They're the only returning champion. They're probably your prohibitive favorites, and you don't want to come out and struggle. You just want to come out and say, look, like we're here to play, and that's exactly what they've done on Haven.
Yep, I agree.
They've said, you know what, we know we're a good team. We know we can take down Monsoons Blue.
So Devin just wants to get Ultorp here for the Seekers.
I wonder if they'll pop. I wonder if he pops them immediately.
I can see it.
Probably the only ult we haven't seen used too aggressively. Ooh, Orthodox taking a bit of damage from Garage there. Oh, Clids.
I always love when, like, you know, people kind of look at, oh,
Spike
Reskin with a
down,
good double there.
It's a huge kill because it gets the spike down as well.
Shoot. I'm just kidding.
So imagine one time he does. I'm like, Fortunately, he does lose his team. I mean, his teammate should tell him he's right there. I don't know if that wall's... I don't know if you can get through that wall. I don't know if you can wall bank through that.
Still 34 though. I guess we're gonna see.
Ooh, nice.
Oh.
Nice recon dart. Oh, Devin's going to get a potentially huge flank here onto Rezkin. Never mind.
Rezkin's feeling it this round. He's like, all right, guys, it's time to stop losing.
Rezkin's like, I want to find Orthodox and I want my op back.
It's true. That's all he's thinking about.
Oh, they're going to push potentially right into
30
Muffins.
seconds left.
Oh, what a
One enemy
pick.
remaining. Spike down, attacker spawn.
Ooh. Fortunately, Orthodox. Clids is like, no one is coming here.
No, they're coming. Oh, I like that.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
What a play for Orthodox.
10 seconds left.
Like, all right, where's the op?
Where's the op? Where's the
Give it
op?
to me.
Wait.
Wait. Where?
What?
Hey.
Hey, what happened?
That was a really smart play, honestly.
That is, he's playing 5e chess, and the rest of them are playing checkers.
True.
Like, no one would ever think about that, or at least I would.
But the thing, okay, I will say we can't give all credit to Orthodox because we don't know if there's someone on their team was like, yo, throw that away.
You throw the op.
Maybe someone else had the big brain in the mind, so who knows?
We have to give credit to Orthodox. He's the one who executed it,
That's
though.
true, but, you know, it could be anyone.
So we see here, unfortunately, no op for Redskins, and I think...
I think they're doing fine with the battle, though.
Oh, yeah. The problem, I think, for Monsoon's Blues, I don't know if they got a full buy. I think one member still got stuck with a Sheriff. I thought.
But here we go.
Oh, Redskins, there it
go.
is. Oh,
Redskins holding it down.
I like this spot from Clids, too. Gonna just basically force him to push off A. They're gonna run right into Mo.
Yeah, this Viper from Clids is just holding it down over there.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a little too early.
Yeah, you should have just held mid as opposed
Yeah,
to pushing
yeah.
spawn.
You can only do that, I think, if they're taking sight on A.
They do have a Sage res, but I don't think Mo's body is anywhere near saving.
Ooh, this will be kind of close here. We'll see if Devin and Clids kind of...
Maybe he's Seekers here?
I've got your
Yeah.
I'll say you can't, like...
He tried
You can't just line the side of Seeker. I don't think that's how that works. Someone's been playing WoW.
They're like, what if I put my Viper wall down? Oh, who cares? It doesn't matter what you do when Redskins gets
I'm
a
sorry.
clean ace.
That was so funny.
Not only did they try to line of sight it, they're like, if it goes through all my utility, maybe the Seeker will die.
I just love like the line of sight. Well, if they can't see me, they don't know. And then it's the thing is like the path like does not like move. It's just going straight at you in the corner. And they're like, we know Clids is somewhere around here. That was fantastic.
But all the while, I mean, we talked about Redskin with the op. How about the ace
That's true.
for his team?
I think Redskin's just angry that they threw away this op.
Exactly. He's like, hey, give it back.
Here.
And now he can't buy
You know,
one.
his team's like, well, I'm kind of glad he threw that away.
Yeah. And he's like, well, I want to buy one, but then I can't waste the Vandal. Like, I have to save until I die.
It is always kind of torn when, like, you're not opping, but, like, you want to op, and then you start popping off with the Vandal because it's like, well.
He runs in down mid. He's like, I can buy an op now.
Well, so then all it takes is, like, one bad round of a Vandal, then you're like, okay, I need to op again.
Top time.
Yeah, exactly.
Deadshot does get the first kill.
Yeah.
The Redskins holding down A. Unfortunately for him, I don't think... The Drought basically know if they avoid Redskins, that it'll be an easier round.
We have 4 ults on the sides of Monsoon's Blue, though, by the way. We haven't seen Viper's Pit, I don't think, this entire half.
No. We have not as Redskins. Ooh,
Oh, I like the one dagger there, though.
Ooh, sees Maeve again.
Okay, yep.
Just kind of raced them all at that point. Oh, who needs a knife?
Spike down
Orthodox with
mid.
great flank.
Oh, and another neural theft? That is huge.
We've now matched the amount of neuro thefts from last game.
Very rarely do we, but we don't see Cyphers play as aggressively as we see
Yeah,
Orthodox
that's true.
play.
I think when you have ult, though, it's always good to kind of have Cypher be the lurker at the roam.
They do get the plant down.
Ooh. Oh, my God, he saw him a little bit. Reskin is...
Oh, gets caught mid
They have
utility.
ults.
Maybe he can get.
Muffins is probably getting screamed at.
Your duty
Yeah.
is not over.
One enemy
Nice.
That's a great ult. Now they have to go into Maeve with knives
Oh.
and 1 HP in a dream.
Okay.
If they get this,
Don't know how this happened, but
give them player of the game if they get this. Oh,
she's trying her best.
One enemy remaining.
maybe.
Out of my way.
Knives? No.
Oh, that's the worst, too. Is you use your knives, and it's just...
Well, the problem was she didn't go airborne, right? You got to go airborne in the esports tower with your knives.
Well, she was in the animations. She couldn't.
That's true. You're right. You got a knives in the corner and then updraft as you push.
Man, I mean, I love the idea, but when you have 1 HP, you got, oh, I guess it's because they have a Phantom maybe that they didn't think maybe it would one-shot him. Who knows?
They played this so well.
Yeah, the first one was so good. Just, it's really unfortunate there that, you know, kind of just, Muffin just kind of played it slow
And they
on their own.
Put down the smoke. Everything was great except for the fact that Muffins kind of predicted that was going to happen.
Yep.
It was a great play by Muffins.
Monsoon's Blue kind of turned this around. It was 6-1, and now it's 6-4. They won 3 rounds in a row at this point.
Curious if Redskins, who did die, picked up an op. I didn't see, but it's not going to matter as this is a C all the way. They have perfected that Omen smoke flash, but Cruz ends up getting the kill.
Nice. Trades. We do have the ult from Milk still.
Yep, there it is. Gets Maeve back alive, 5v3.
Clids
Clids does have Viper's Pit still. I'm still waiting for that to maybe kind of see it here. Maybe they kind of go from garage and pop it there.
That
Get
shot's
some sight.
looking right at him, though. There's this great little molly. I think you're just going to run out of time for that. You got 3 people looking at garage.
Maybe even pop it and like rotate. Just because you know, making a lot of bolts in there or something. Oh.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, wow. They both end up going down. Redskins is like, you know what?
Yeah, I think
just
Redskins is just gonna save.
I'm going to back away. Maybe gets a kill. Maybe.
Oh.
Oh, tried.
Only good Goomba stomp.
I think he might have been able to just try and spray transfer that.
Yeah, I just think he probably didn't think that they were gonna double pick like that. Which is fair.
Get another look at it here. Redskins been playing so well. Probably I'm curious if they want to opt this final round.
I don't think so. I think they're just gonna hold it.
Keep it.
I think they're, you know, probably gonna have to help out by the team there, you know.
Yeah. Trying to help the team out. Love to see I think the other thing that we have, I mean, we've talked about Clids not getting a Viper ult down. The problem is he's just never been on the right site. You know, they're not pushing into him.
I will say Clids has got A down. They aren't going A.
Yeah, A is his. The only problem is that does take the Vipers all off of C, which is where they keep going because they have mastered the double blind on C.
Oh my gosh.
As long as Redskins is alive, though, I like the chances for Monsoon Blue. That is a lot of utility to push through, though.
Yep.
Looks like Redskins gonna go through garage potentially.
Here.
Oh. I think that should get Milk out of the corner possibly. Yep.
There's a great kill there. Maybe now you drop the Viper's Pit, at least give yourself an entrance.
No.
We can drop the Viper's Pit.
Oh, that's tragic. It happens.
Reskin, unfortunately you can't.
Play for the KDA. You got to trade.
Oh, gets taken out from the back by
Enemy
Devin.
remaining.
The Viper's Pit probably would have. I don't know
I think
what
it was
either
pretty
way-
good there.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know, it's much, but I still think, you know, if you're going to pick Viper and stuff, using Viper 0 times is kind of not really kind of worth it, I think. I mean, granted, I know sometimes Viper's Pit is kind of hard on defense because they can go around it, but I think retakes, it's pretty big because yeah, it really hurts them a lot, too, because they either have to stay outside of it or they have to stay in it, and so you get to, like, you know, kind of surround that Viper's Pit.
Yeah, you basically get a free kill on them if they stay in that Viper's Pit.
Yep.
We'll see what the Monsoons Blue could do attacking, though. I mean, with Redskins and the Muffins been playing well as well. I mean, with those two, you just kind of follow them into battle potentially.
Yeah, I mean, it's 4-8. Monsters had a little bit of a, you know, streak there with 3 in a row, but it seems like Drought's kind of pulling it back.
Where did that go? Oh, that's a decent Viper
I
wall.
like that more
Yeah, that's
than the usual.
Ooh, and fortunately, Orthodox
say.
and Deadshot are.
I mean,
They're the dynamic duo.
I will say, though, I don't think you can kind of just rip out of an Omen smoke with no utility. With Arcane Jinx skin coming out. I feel like that's a really cool skin. That Sheriff skin.
Oh, 100%. I've heard a lot of people who have absolutely loved that skin. I'm curious if we'll get any more.
I don't think for the time being.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, I mean, besides the pistol.
I think everything in Arcane is already out.
Yeah, you're probably right. Ooh.
The only one that could possibly was from
Player
League, though,
standing.
for the Victor skin.
Spike down B.
Because I was thinking, I mean, it's not really like a rocket launcher that would fit the.
That'd be cool if you could have a showstopper like Fishbones.
Yeah, that's. I was trying to think of like some kind of rocket launcher
For
you
people
could
who
get
don't know, Fishbones is Jinx's other weapon from Rocket Launcher.
I think we'll get an intro to those probably this week in Arcane. I'm hoping as we see.
All right.
What can Redskins do? You got to.
30 seconds.
Oh. 50-50. Pick the right angle too, but Devin just landed the shots, unfortunately.
I also think next week is when the new character comes out.
I think you're right.
Was it what, that? No. What's the name of the new character again?
Chamber.
Right.
Thank you,
Chamber
production.
should- Which I think Chamber, in my opinion, is not gonna break the game, but it's gonna be an interesting character for sure.
Oh, he comes out tomorrow.
There we go.
I'm hoping we get to see the Esports Tower players. I wonder if how soon they'll pick.
Oh, I
Chamber.
think as soon as it's made available to
Yeah.
be able to play it, they'll be playing it for sure.
Because they did that with KO. They picked KO like off the rip.
Yeah, KO obviously got nerfed pretty hard. That was kind of KO's downfall. I mean, KO's still really good. I think it's a different kind of interesting thing, though. Oh, here we go.
Get a pistol showdown.
I'd say a lot of both teams have been attacking with some full-on force.
Spike planted.
I'm a big fan, and personally, is Maeve gets another. Even gets a Spectre.
Yep,
So Monsoon's lost and then still went for the buy. Interesting.
it did indeed, and now here we go.
Last player standing.
Oh, what a
Lineups.
lineup.
Yeah, say, Deadshot, you hold that any longer, and you're gonna go. Clids is definitely your Viper player.
Look at these lineups. I think Maeve has the hell.
One enemy
Oh!
And then now Smoke's back up though.
Wow.
Did Deadshot just
Yes.
hit Clids through the smoke?
Yes. I think he did.
Oh my gosh.
I-
Yo, I hope that was like a no scope. Wow.
These are such great Viper lineups from Clids.
I do respect Maeve. She just stuck it. She's like, I'm over this.
Pros don't fake. Here we go. Let's see it.
Let's.
They get the great smoke.
Oh, definitely just
Yeah.
rips.
He just takes a wild stab at.
That's
What a play.
insane.
We talked about Deadshot. They're absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, Deadshot orthodox, both at the top. Honestly, just fantastic players. We've seen them time and time again.
But shout out Clids. I mean, we saw an
Oh, yeah.
insane Sova lineup. What a great lineup for Clids as well. There we get Maeve on the op. There, she's going to get the first kill. You make it 2.
That was a good peak for Maeve.
Finish off Deadshot. It was struggling a bit there with the Spectre. Ooh, what a shock dart.
Yeah, Deadshot's like, I gotta get out of here. I'm gonna die.
I'm gone. I don't know if you want to stay on C with Maeve holding down
So,
C
yeah,
low.
Maeve is opping. I think has gotten one so far. So.
Ooh.
Healer down.
No.
Nice shot from Devin.
Seen some great sniper. Uh-oh, Cruz.
Last
Maybe?
player
Yeah, no.
standing.
Cruz doesn't even stand a chance. It's up to you, Clids. What can you do? Spikes on C. They know you're in spawn. I don't know if you hold. I don't know if you can afford to hold here.
Yeah, probably not. Unless Clids like has an op, but that's like I think that's only.
They have Spike, but I don't know what. I don't know where they can even go. You know what? They're really hoping someone challenges them in the spawn.
Yeah, Clids is like, come find me.
Yeah, you won't. You won't.
Say Devin's feeling pretty good on this. Marshall, that was a good shot earlier.
It's a great kill. A great headshot onto Redskin.
Oh, Clids is kind of venturing out from the nest.
I don't know if he has enough time to plant.
Oh no, unless he gets a pick here in the sprint. Okay,
wow.
great shot from Devin. You know, one thing lately I feel like I've just been thinking about is like sometimes the Marshall's just your weapon.
Yeah, it's. We talked a lot about the op is, kind of momentum based. I feel like the Marshall is super momentum based, right? You either pop off or you just can't hit a dang
And the
thing.
weird thing is like I feel like sometimes the Vandal's not working and stuff, and the Marshall kind of does force something kind of for you, like on an eco round, like. Marshall, you more than anything else, right? You're gonna go for the headshot. It's kind of like a sheriff or something like that. But if you hit a body shot too, that's 101 damage.
We've seen some good Marshall players.
Yep.
Someone's gonna peek Maeve mid as well. I'm just waiting for the kill. Yep, there it is.
Yep.
Spike down mid.
And that was Spike.
Maeve's doing pretty well with this off this time around. See if we can see anyone stop
She
her.
heard us saying that, we thought Redskin was maybe the better offer.
Oh. Actually missed a couple shots there, but that's an updraft.
Gets the reload. They did end up grabbing Spike and all that confusion, though. Uh-oh.
Oh, nice shot from Orthodox.
They probably have to rotate C or A. I don't know if you want to push.
Last
Oh,
player
that would have been an
standing.
insane shot.
It's up to Clids with the Bulldog. I thought he was going to have some crazy lineup
He
here.
definitely was kind of looking at one.
Hey, gets one.
Oh.
Couldn't quite turn it on
I honestly
Orthodox.
think that Clid shot the dog there and it took bullets for Orthodox.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, it looked like the
Match
dog
point.
actually was like in front of Orthodox, like, hey, get down.
Get down, Mr.
That's a
President.
get down, Mr. President kind of moment right there. That's what I was thinking of.
Potentially the final round here for the Drought and Monsoons Blue. Drought have looked very strong.
Yeah, they're looking good. I think the biggest thing is they definitely had a couple rounds where it was not really kind of going together, but I think some of the attacks that they kind of were more so, it seems that they were calming, more so, like the flash and the whatchamacallit, the blind, right?
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Here we go. Redskin's got knives. We haven't seen too much of a crazy knife so far yet. Clids.
There's the Viper's Pit.
Let's go.
Freeing up B. If Maeve hits somebody through the smoke, it's just... We'll raise her up the tier list of operas in the Esports Tower. Wow.
Clids getting lit up right there.
It's a great job by, I think that was Melky's. Redskins goes down as well. They are able to see them, though.
Cruz.
Ooh. Well, so that Viper's Pit did net him 2 kills. Oh,
Player standing.
Nice.
nice trade.
Oh, that shot.
That
And
shot's gonna
just
get
like
him.
that,
Defenders win.
13-4. I mean, some of
That's
these
pretty
games
impressive.
just feel pretty close at the beginning and then just start rolling one way.
Huge congratulations to the Drought. They're on to our grand final. So I think we talked about them a lot. I think Clids and Reskin probably should take away. Clids especially. I mean, those Viper lineups were fantastic. He was one crazy no scope away. He probably watched the stream like, I need to see how I died.
Yeah.
Like it didn't make sense in real time. It was still hard to even figure out how Deadshot landed that. But if you want to be seen by expert college recruiters, talk directly to esports industry insiders like pro athletes, team general managers, and game producers, then join the club. Esports Tower players get insider access to industry insights, and with our featured rumbles, recruiters are taking notice as well. It's a good way to explore exposure if you're looking to start your path to pro or land a collegiate scholarship. Drought on to the grand finals. We can take a look at our standings right here. So we'll get Firestorms and Flood. We saw the Flood earlier. Have not seen the Firestorms yet. That is also a newly formed team. We are going to Ascent, which is everybody's favorite map, I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, I think at this point a lot of people have played on Ascent. I don't know. I think a lot of teams kind of play Ascent sort of similar. Usually the only difference is usually how much they force sites. You know, sometimes people will just go force A, sometimes people will go force B. Kind of just whatever's working at the time. I will say, I think teams-wise, I like seeing comps and stuff with a lot of Jets lately. Knives have not been too hot today.
No,
but,
not quite.
Sometimes it happens. Anything you want to see from this map?
Honestly, I just want to see more Jets go airborne, honestly. I think anytime Jets go airborne. I mean, I want to see people play like the Drought because I feel like that's when teams have been the most successful on Ascent. Just full shove A or full shove B. I'm really excited, though. Again, I'm curious how the Firestorms will play because we kind of know what the Flood are going to do, right?
Yeah.
We know they're going to play very slow. They don't have the teleporters like Bind, but they'll probably maybe fake it A, rotate B, or vice versa. So I'm curious to see the Firestorms. Have not seen them at all this fall. We're going to take a quick break, though. We know the Drought are in the grand finals. Who's going to join them next week? Flood or Firestorms? They face off on Ascent. We'll find out after this.
NationalGuard.com to begin your guard adventure.
Here are a couple lessons I've learned over the years. Friendships come in all shapes and sizes. And always buckle up. Seatbelts save lives. That's a rule we can all live by.
Welcome to this broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble in Valorant. We're broadcasting it live from the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. We're on our final match of the night. Fisher Red Hots here calling all of the action. It is the battle of the F's Red Hots. It is Flood and Firestorm, both newly built teams, both looking for their first grand final appearance. And we go to Ascent to figure out who is going to make it there.
Yep, and I think it's a great map to do it on. Seems like Ascent is probably one of the most played on maps, I would assume, at this point for both teams. So probably have a lot in store for us.
And again, I think we know what it's kind of the battle of the known versus the unknown. We know what the Floods are going to do. They're going to play very slow. They're going to play very calculated. Firestorm's kind of a wild card. They are one of our newly built rosters, as we said, alongside the Floods and Supernovas. They've been practicing for the last few weeks. Floods look good in their match, and I think that also might give them the advantage, just the way the bracket worked out. The Floods got to play one game, so they get those nerves, they get those jitters out, which I think might help them, where the Firestorms just are thrown right into it right in the semifinals.
But Firestorm's got to see Floods play.
That is true. It's always that question.
Yeah.
Okay, so we saw Floods play.
Yeah.
If you're Firestorms, what do you learn from their play style, and how do you take advantage of it?
I mean, I think the biggest thing that you learn just from like one game of Floods is, how slow they've been playing. You just got to play, kind of no peak angles.
Well, we get Red Hot's keys. Now let's get Doc's keys as well. Doc's keys, of course, brought to us by Esports Tower. Score pro advice at esportstower.com. Focus angles and flanks. Know your win condition. Count cards. Call abilities. Click heads. It's all brought to us, again, by Esports Tower. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. Floods, Firestorms, Ascent, spot in the grand finals for next week on the line, and I'm very excited to see. I hope Firestorms attacks first, because Floods, I'm sorry. It's just, I need a pillow up here because it is so slow. They play it so well, but
everyone has their style. It
exactly.
worked. It worked. They got here.
It did. They won.
Honestly, what matters at the end of the day.
You cannot criticize them.
I will say it's probably a lot harder to do their strat on Ascent, though. I think Bind, it only kind of worked out because of teleporters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because they can kind of play slow, but they can also rotate pretty fast on that map. Whereas Ascent, you kind of be spread out, because I think a lot of teams have the better angles with defending here. So, and I think a lot of angles are going to be peaked more so. So who knows?
I am excited, one, to see the Firestorms, because I believe everyone on that roster is new. I don't think we've seen any single one of those players before.
I don't think so.
So it's exciting because it's a great unknown. We don't know if we have the God Squad. We don't know if we have one of the best operas ever. We have no idea what to expect from the Firestorms, and that always is kind of exciting for me in the Esports Towers when you see a new player, or even now a new team. You have no idea what to expect, who's the carry, who's the in-game leader. That's all kind of things we're going to have to learn on the fly.
Say, this is where you kind of start to make a name for yourself. I think even, if you're a new team, if you're a new player, and this is going for everyone out there, playing their first amateur match, they're playing their first, high school match, playing their first college match. One of the things is one of your first tournaments is probably to be the biggest time for you to kind of make a name for yourself more than not.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not more so that you have to pop off to really be the star, but it's like if you're a solid player, you kind of get your name started up there. And then, obviously each week you can kind of move it up and up. So I think it's a very cool thing to kind of experience.
The first impressions are always key, because everyone's going to remember you if you make a mistake. Like, oh, yeah, isn't that the guy who, forgot to defuse? Doesn't matter if you go 50 and 5. They're like, that guy forgot to defuse one time. So I think you're right. Great time to make a name for yourself. It's God who gets the first pick this time on the Sage instead of the Reyna.
Yep.
Ooh. Oh.
Still playing like they're on Reyna.
Yeah, they're still looking for huge flanks. It's up to Pebble down the 1v3.
That was quite far behind the team here. I don't know what happened there.
I think they went for the flank, right? Yeah, they were
in Haro. Starting with a
Triple kill
3K.
Yeah, nice
Way to
job,
go.
Ferraro. I don't know what happened to Pebble. I thought Pebble was defending because they came from there. I was like, it took them so long to
DC
get there.
Just kidding. I don't know. Who knows?
Interesting. I'm curious
1 second, people.
the change from Rafa and God, right? Because Rafa played Sky last time.
I just
God
realized
played-
God's team yelled at him really quick.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I was saying, I feel like it's not a good idea to buy here. They want to really bad, but I think their team is like, we got to save for next round. You need your wall, etc.
Did just pick up the light armor. I'm curious how they'll play that Sage, right? Because we mentioned they played the Sage first round like a Reyna.
I mean, there is teams out there, especially in pro play, who will put their best aimers on Sage, actually.
I love the good aggressive Sage player, and as opposed to being forced to play it
Especially
like
with your wall. Like attack-wise, right? You can always use your to go in different angles.
Oh, no.
I don't know how that was allowed, but it worked.
They did get one kill. That was...
Pebble and God were like, give me the gun.
Give
it to me.
I'm taking this. You're the Sage player. Kanji looking for...
Ooh, nice
gets
shot.
one.
Ooh.
Nice spray transfer as well. Get some healing.
Say Fang Z. 1. X.
Oh. And sometimes your first impression will just be people remembering you for your name.
Yeah.
Fang Z.
I'll say your
1X.
full name once. That's it.
Especially when you get a triple kill in your
Fang Z is from now on.
Fang Z, all right. Again, we've seen 2 different players in 2 different rounds pop off, right? We got a triple kill from Haro. We got a triple kill from Fang Z.
And, I will say if I were to guess, I'm guessing these teams kind of formed recently.
Yeah.
So, it always is interesting to kind of see how teams, start. See if they, work together, have some cohesion, some practice, see how well they do on their first kind of game on, together. So, it's always fun to know.
Pryor's waiting on the lineup. Here we go.
Oh, okay. There's one where it's like a little left and this little tiny, almost like 2x4. That's a really annoying lineup spot for Sovas.
Down A.
Haro.
Yeah, gets another one.
First kill there. They do get a great wall into heaven for God.
Makes that blind basically useless.
Also, I think denied a dog.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic play. They get the spike planted. Descent's now down in hell, and I don't think anybody knows. Maybe they saw the swarm grenade come out. I don't know.
I will say they are playing slow, but I mean the timer's just gonna keep ticking. Oh my gosh!
Oh.
God peeked and said, "I'm just kidding. Sorry."
Oh, they
That was
did
a
get
great flash.
the blind audible cue. Just got to spray. Oh, here we go. Nope, no lineup this time.
Yeah.
Oh, he still gets it. Wow.
Oh, 5 HP.
Almost got the double kill, I think. The Firestorms, 3-0 early on.
I will say that was Floods were kind of holding that defense, and I think they were like, okay, well, I think we're okay now. And Firestorms actually just like firing squatted lined that. Like they,
Yeah.
that was probably like whenever you say attack at the same time, like you always say it, but no one ever does it. All 4 of them dropped at the same time. Like they were ready to go.
It either looks really good or somebody gets a 4K and has no idea how.
Yeah. Oh, this is where the sheriff comes out and it's like, buy me your sheriff. You're the cool sheriff.
I'm curious. We talked about the teleporters on Bind helping the flood out. It feels like attacking. They haven't really done too much. They got
No.
to plant down and.
I mean, that time it was fine. I just think, I think they were not playing patient enough there.
Mhm.
They were kind of peaking when they shouldn't have, and it really paid for it. I mean, they had 2, I think, die before they even actually took sight, or attempted to take sight back.
Descent did pick up the spike and ends up roaming towards B. I don't know if God's maybe just trying to run some distraction, but it's
I couldn't tell you.
Save round, so I mean,
Maybe a lurk right click. That's the only thing I really think about.
no, maybe Pebble's going for a lurk headshot. There it is.
Out of there.
Pryor's
Oh,
like,
he came back.
oh, they almost.
Ooh.
Now with the wall down, they're going to have to try and bust through the wall. Oh, I think they saw him. Got some good
Yeah,
damage
same.
onto him.
Oh, yeah.
There's Kavito, though.
Great angle to hold, by the way.
30 seconds left.
Spike is still just chilling, and B's wide open. If
Rafa,
you,
yep. That's tragic.
it's
They
the
were
worst.
looking there until they weren't.
Look there for 10 seconds. Like, there's no way anyone can be there.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go down. Oh, I don't think they're going to get a plant down, but a kill here would be huge to deny Samiko. Instead,
nice
Kavito gets the double. Oh, whoa. Whoa.
PM coming. Okay. That's what we like to see.
I don't know if there's any bullets flying past you that you needed to crouch there.
Kavito having some ego on him. I'd like to see that.
Hey, you're up 4-0. Why not, right?
I'll say.
Force
Speak your truth.
them to make the play.
We love beef.
All right, let's see what's your answer,
Oh,
Floods.
they got DDoSed. I'm just kidding.
They disconnect. Like, hey, that'll show you. And I'm curious if the Floods will take a timeout again, right? We saw this in their first game where they took a great timeout after a huge losing streak. Maybe you use one here. Maybe you're saving. Maybe you believe your Ascent defense is just better.
I mean, they've been doing a fantastic job. It seems like Firestorm is always holding.
Wow.
Ooh, okay. They're just holding angles, and I honestly think right now, as of right now, Firestorms are just out-aiming Floods by a mile. Like, I think the difference right now is actually, like, the big reason why it's 4-0.
I'd agree with that. I mean,
Like,
we just get a great example of it right there. Now, God,
granted, both missed. but
yeah.
Scout destroyed.
You gotta hit those when you're down one, though.
Yeah, you need that pick. They do have the revive, and I mean, God's just in this tunnel. Can easily revive them in B main. Yep.
Your duty is not over.
You gotta, come on. Somebody's got to get a headshot, please.
I think, are they, oh.
There we go.
They should just rotate here, I think. I think this is the, okay.
Tried for the late lurk.
Yeah.
Haro is only at 27, though, with
They're
no
going
armor.
down, though.
Inside 30 seconds.
This is what we expect from the Floods, though, right? We know this is their gameplay. They
Yep.
want to play slow. God does get one there on to Kavito. Ooh, Sunny Lee's in a great spot.
Ooh.
You jinxed him. You said they were out-aiming them, and we see
They
that.
were.
Still have to defend against Haro, who's one of the better players from Firestorms that we've seen early on.
Oh, hard. Did Haro get healed? Yeah, okay.
MJ, oh, this is a good flank. I like MJ predicting this, though.
I think they headshot him once, but it was a phantom diff.
I think
No, I
you-
don't think so, actually.
I don't know. Did they even take damage? No, they didn't even. None
Well, I know
of
they
those.
healed after, I think.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They did. Say no.
The Reina special.
What can Haro do here?
Oh, nice
Nothing.
shots from Pebble. Pebble had a great round right there. That was huge.
Pebble was the player I was hoping that if the Floods were going to come back, it was going to be on their back.
This phantom skin is really cool.
I feel like the visual words would just.
Pow.
I just look at them too much. I get distracted.
Sometimes you just get immersed, though. You get too into it where you don't see it, but then it's like an afterthought.
Thanks.
After a while, yeah. This first time I picked up that gun, I'd be like, wow, this is so cool, and I just die.
It just looks like it's something straight out of Borderlands. Like, they just, like, art style-wise, right? I'm not saying they ripped it, but it's just like art style. It's like it's really unique.
I think that's something Riot done a good job of. Is it
Yeah.
feels like there's a skin for everyone, right?
Yeah, exactly. Unless you're a minima person, then okay, those skins suck.
yeah, true. If you're a minimalist that doesn't want to use base skins, you're
the
like,
minima
wow.
collection, no shot. Everything else is fine though.
Oh, they're gonna get a great pinch here on the Kavito. Nice.
Ooh, oh, an
Sunny
op
Lee's got
coming
an
out.
op. Hello.
Good shot.
Fangsy's back in
Ooh,
boathouse.
here we go.
Early. Oh, they're gonna just
That was scary.
Spike down.
resets it. Ooh, what a play. They're gonna come.
through.
They're gonna.
Oh.
Nope. Sunny Lee's like,
Wow.
nah, I got you. Don't worry. I don't know if the Empress was really.
I think it was worth.
You think it was worth?
Yeah,
Okay.
because especially the first kill, it was close. You know, like
There's your timeout, by the way.
who took it?
Prior did, so that was
So
the Floods, yeah.
And just like that, I mean, definitely needed.
I like that. I like that call by the Floods. I mean, I guess I also understand the whole we talk about all the time, getting your abilities on cooldown so
Well,
you can use them again. That
yeah,
makes
I think
sense.
Empress is a 5 cost actually.
I believe you're right.
I think it's a 5. So I mean, I think it's fine to just rip it, and especially right there because, I mean, in a sense, it would be a good Empress is the fact that just like Sova Prior came down with the shock dart already happening, and so they got kind of locked. But if they weren't locked, that would have been obviously needed. So I think popping Empress, especially in that scenario where you don't know if everyone is and around you, I think it's just good to pop.
I'm surprised no one checked Boathouse. I feel like that was a risky plant by Pebble, who just kind of was like, I don't think anyone's there. Oh, Pebble's like, oh.
I'll say Sunny
Lee, I
Sunny,
think?
yeah, Sunny Lee. Sunny Lee's doing a great job with his operator, getting a lot of picks here.
On the Killjoy of all.
I think double shock just came out.
Ooh, get the.
You should
Their
run.
debate. There's the attacker Killjoy. I do like that.
I wish Prior saved those shock darts, but it's understandable.
I don't know if anyone's going to predict Fangsy's going to be under here.
Nope.
The Killjoy goes off. They don't even get the
Oh,
bomb down. There it is.
There it is. Great. Oh, say you just saved him.
Wow. Fangsy with the absolute insane pop-off. Finally goes down, but you get 2 picks. Oh!
Wow. That's one of the most satisfying things right there. Just the spray transfer, double headshot, in like 3 bullets.
Oh, we talked about that too, right? When the Firestorms won, probably what, like round 3 or round 4, they all pushed together. We were worried that you either look great or you see exactly what happened, which is Descent flipping around by just shooting at one person.
I also think I will say I do think Floods are adapting a little bit more now. I think the timeout probably helped cool heads. But the biggest thing there was Descent was playing a very good angle where, they'd have to basically peek them one at a time rather than just having them be able to peek you multiple at a time. So, yeah.
They got the op to Pebble. I'm curious. No, he's not even going to op mid, which I expected he might. I don't know if I like the op on Pebble, because Pebble's been one of your better players. I feel like putting them on a long-range gun.
Maybe it's just one of like the starter kind of things. We'll see. You never know.
They're stuck right now, pushing into A. Might be a great time to just turn around as well. Which I think is what they're going to do. Ooh, are they going to challenge? I guess not. They're probably trying to spray through the smoke.
Probably.
Ooh, are they going to... Oh, I like this.
I think this is a Floods. Actually, it wasn't a Floods classic. They usually rotate to their site.
Well, they're kind of split right now, right? They're...
Yeah, Killjoy's in spawn.
Oh. Gives you that. Now you got to hard rotate B on it right off the rip. You've given
Maybe that was
yourself
part of
away.
the plan. Who has Spike though?
Pebble does the Astra.
Okay.
Ooh, maybe. I don't know if he saw Sunny Lee. Looks like he did.
Ooh.
But Rafa's right behind him at least. Picks him up. I like the revive plus the Empress. I think they'll check Boathouse this time.
I don't know.
They are low on time, which makes it harder to check Boathouse. They did. We do see Rafa off screen got the kill. So he said, you know what, okay, I know you're there.
Yep, Ralph popping the Empress, going at it.
They get the plant down. No ults up for Firestorms. Make this very hard. Rafa peeking. There's that Empress value.
The Ares just going crazy still.
Oh, they're both in market.
Rafa maybe going for the flank here, it seems.
I hope they're letting him too, because he is 2 away from the ace. He's got to move quickly though. They are going to steal the ace from him. As Prior and God get it. That was a great round by the Floods. This is exactly how they had to play, right? They force everything A. They then even try a second peek on A, and then they slowly rotate B, and they actually check Boathouse this time.
And you know what happened before this?
They took a timeout.
Yeah, they did.
They have not lost since they called their timeout. 13-5 right here.
If it's 13-5, there's some sort of hidden power within.
You and I are going to have a field day when teams call a timeout if it goes 13-5. Oh, it's an eco round from Firestorms for the most part.
They've lost 3 in a row, actually, I think. Yeah.
2 in a row.
Oh, 2 in a row, you're right. Okay.
Ooh. Wow.
Okay. Oh, that was their teammate.
I was like, God,
I was like, that's a huge Hunter's Fury there coming out from one Sova, because there's no 2 Sovas in this game.
I thought you were right. I was like, oh, it's on fire. I was like, God, I don't know if you want to jump that. But it was the Hunter's Fury from the Floods.
Okay.
Ooh, I like that.
I honestly like God kind of pulling back there.
And he gets the wall set up too, so now if they push through, he's going to be in a great spot.
Fired. Oh.
Oh. 9 HP, but it's a 1v5.
They did their job.
Gets the flawless there, not even the turret can help out. And all right, the Floods are right back in this game.
Yep. I think it took a little bit of restraint from them. I think sometimes they're playing a little too aggressive post-plant. I know that was fine just because they knew they were ecoing, so. Great job from Pryor there.
Also,
pretty
we'll
funny.
say ever since Cavito got a little aggressive on the bodies,
That's what I'm saying.
it hasn't gone their
Trash
way.
talk form, I will say, sometimes some trash talk, like especially in game and stuff, kind of lights fire under people and they perform.
Take a timeout, and they say, okay.
Okay, guys.
I think Cavito's lucky.
We want to lose to that? And then, you're like, all right, you're right.
I think Cavito's lucky they haven't been the last one alive.
That is true.
So unfortunately, they can't focus in on their body. Once again, they're all on A, I would expect. Ooh, I like this dog play, though. Maybe you push on of it. So they'll just retreat. I think they flip A, maybe. Oh, great shooting by
Got
God.
one.
Gets the heal as well. At least a decent bit of healing.
Yeah, I know the self-healing on Sage, though, you really don't heal that much anymore. I think you maybe max 30 HP.
Get the revive from Cavito. So we're just basically back to a 5-on-5. No armor for basically a win for Firestorm to think about it, because Sage for Floods is a little bit lower health.
Yep.
Oh, Rafa's going to get a...
Oh, so close to just kind of popping off there, but they do hit the shots.
Also shot the wrong one.
Yep.
They're going to get over to B. They're going to get full access to B.
Yep.
I don't know if they'll get the plant down before the Firestorms make it over, though. Ooh, risky spot to stand behind the door as it's shutting. Descent won't get the plant down, though, and we'll see what Pebble can do with that op. Oh,
Nice.
pick.
I like this Killjoy a lot.
Ooh, Pryor gets one. There is a safe spot in Boathouse from this Killjoy ult, though, but
But now they know where they are.
Player standing.
it's all up to Pebble.
Yep.
Gets taken out. Op goes over to the Firestorms, and just like that, the win streak is over, and the timeout luck has ended. No more timeout win streak.
6-4. I think these next 2 rounds are actually be pretty important. I know I do say this a lot, but I think closing out a half is actually pretty important in terms of momentum-wise, especially if it's the difference between 6-6 and 8-4. So I think even like a 7-5.
Would you call 7-5 a win for Firestorms or Flood? You think?
I would say if Floods ended 7-5, that's fine. I think after you start, you'll take a 7-5.
After, I think, what, 4-0?
Yeah.
I think they're able to full buy for the Floods.
So I think 3 rounds definitely you feel it a little bit. I think 2 rounds is definitely more so like kind of your happy medium. Granted, the most games are obviously, of course, you can come back from. That's why Valorant's really fun for that stuff. But
So far, they're all on
imagine
B. Ooh.
it'd probably hit him. It would just. Do that. Okay, here comes the attacker's Killjoy ult. That's what we like.
Oh, almost. They end up getting Sunny Lee, who I think was the one back in Boathouse.
There we go.
Fangs gets one. Where was Fangsy even from?
CT.
Oh, I like.
God gets 2.
Oh.
Nice shot.
3v2. You do have the Empress. Probably.
Stay there.
Yeah, there's the Empress. It is going to get popped. Ooh.
Yep. Oh, just trust yourself a little bit. You got it.
Did get some damage. Fortunately.
I don't know what's happened over on the other side of that wall, but
Yeah, the Sage is just chilling.
I don't think she can get through. Oh, good try.
Right into that Swarm Grenade. Oh, Cavito does get one. All right, now let's see if... No? They'll take the high ground?
They don't take the high ground. We like that. They didn't get the op, by the way. They said we don't want that.
I think it's the right play. I don't think Pebble, they bought the op. They weren't bad with it, but I don't know if they really even took many shots with it.
Yeah, that's probably right.
Cavito's,
Odin from Pryor.
Cavito's going to buy another op.
I think Odin's really good on this map, by the way.
Oh, I love the Odin, especially on B. Defending Odins are so much fun.
This map especially has a lot of shoot-throughs, especially with Sova. If you can get size someone through the wall, you can obviously spray through that and get him.
Every map's a Sova map.
That's true. Besides Split, but yeah. Which that map doesn't exist here, so.
You get good lineups. You get good spray-throughs. Potentially. They're going to force them all back. They did a great number of damage to MJ and then even spotted him. They did not spot Sunny Lee.
Oh. They're looking at each other. Yeah.
Shock Dart goes out. Great wall goes down as well. These Sage walls have been so huge.
Ooh.
It's a good
This guy
Astro
coming
Wall. Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
That was a little rough.
Don't
We
worry.
have the Hunter's Fury out still.
We've got the Odin.
Oh, nice shot.
It's 2v2.
Is it safe? Yeah, it's safe.
Operator in a Phantom. Ooh, nice dodge. All up to Fangzy. Knows where they both are. They're both in Boathouse. I think you just peek this together, right? Or you just simply play time.
Yeah, say yeah.
You gotta peek together, push together,
And
and
just like that, 6-6.
exactly. We were talking about 7-5. How about 6-6? That's
Switching sides.
fantastic for the Floods. You're
Absolutely.
ecstatic if it's 6-6.
It's the power of the timeout. Just saying.
Maybe the Firestorm should take one here.
You know what? If yeah, if they could take a, you know.
Lose a couple rounds, take a timeout, reverse their fortunes. And now we get to see how the Firestorms attack, which is what I really...
Oh, I didn't know that arcane poster was there. You see that?
I did not.
It was in spawn. It's
Huh.
a huge poster.
I'll have to keep an eye out for it now.
Yeah, there's a lion.
I don't
Griffin
think...
kind of thing.
Lion, yeah, it looks like a lion with a horn.
And wings.
Griffins
Okay.
are more eagle-y though, right? Isn't Griffin like front half eagle, back half lion?
Probably. I don't know.
All right.
Who knows?
There's no Griffins in Valorant, luckily.
Yet.
Not. Please do not make a pet agent.
What?
Not a fan.
No, it's you call it an airstrike with Griffin. And I drop
Oh,
bombs.
we get kill streaks now. Ooh.
Oh, Roth with the flank. Oh, okay.
Hey,
well,
at
that's
least-
honestly, that's like best case scenario on the side of Firestorms.
Yeah. That could have easily
could
been a
be bad.
disaster.
And both Reyna's traded. Isn't that funny?
I think that's a net win for Floods, I feel like. Fangzy had been, I think he might be top fragging for Firestorms.
Yeah, he is.
So that's a net win in terms of both Reynas going down.
No, that's fair.
Ooh,
But
prior.
attacks, I think you always kind of like taking that one for one.
Oh, agree.
Ooh,
So net win
did
for
they
both.
check the spot?
Oh, yep.
Oh
But
my. Okay. A lot of trades happening right now.
they are up one though, thanks to Pebble winning that trade.
Oh, you didn't check the back of sight. Yeah.
Remaining.
Hey, you know what, Aru? You know from now.
Hey, it's okay. Floods did the same thing as MJ gets one. Oh, they're both reloading. Don't look at each other. Don't look at each other.
Blinded.
I don't know about that flash, but it worked out.
I don't know if you can even get to Spike because
Oh, you just one tap here.
God's right around that corner. Oh, they
One
did it.
enemy remaining.
I don't.
God had armor. Oh my gosh.
No.
You know, the tragic thing is I actually thought they were fine. It was more so the second burst, man. Oh, that's tragic.
What a great headshot.
I will say, MJ did have the discipline to shoot twice. I mean, I honestly, you kind of greeted by not killing the turret. I know that was your, you know, I would probably think the same thing of, it doesn't see me, but wow.
I don't know if he had enough time anyway, because there was only 6 seconds left. Descent could have easily just sat in Boathouse, and I don't think he dies in 6 seconds. Whoa!
Oh, that's a decent damage.
That
Actually,
is-
more so just a sage.
Well, I think he broke armor on a couple of them too, didn't he?
Oh yeah, I guess maybe.
Or at least did damage to a couple of them.
Oh yeah. I don't think they had armor though, because they're full saving.
Yeah, you're right. Did some decent damage. Ends up most of it getting healed off, though.
Yep.
I will say, defending Floods have to be the most annoying team to play against because they just stand in the most obnoxious spots.
They're a very patient team.
As Pebble gets one, they're all basically holding
There
them
we
down. Pryor just walks in front of them. They're going to end up winning this.
Spike down.
Eh,
Mid.
they're
Or-
getting a decent amount though. It is.
That's
oh.
true. Oh, what a shock dart.
Oh, almost hits the right click. Yeah.
To be fair, I thought that was the Flood Sage winning that battle of the Sages.
I will say there's been some really good shots in this game. There's also been some very questionable duels in this game.
We've seen,
Yeah.
we've seen both spectrums, right? Like
Yeah.
peak aim and then we're both reloading. Please don't look.
We've seen tapped, like you peek the corner. We've seen both peek the corner, miss an entire clip, and then, you know, go from there. Reset, and then you go again.
Jump away, reload. Full buy here now for the Firestorms. Timeout, maybe. Maybe you take a timeout here
No
after this
shot.
round.
They're not gonna.
You've lost 2 in a row.
Hey, they're new team. Who knows? God, great headshot there right off rip.
It's a huge win in the bonus.
I really think Floods, I wonder if they choose, like they want to attack first because they just know their defense is really solid.
Their defense is fantastic. Though A is surprisingly open. I think even the Firestorms are a bit like taken aback by how open A is at this point.
Oh, Fangsy.
Fangsy getting 2.
Double.
Descent is right there. How long?
They got something. Oh.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, the ace maybe?
Pebbles behind him. Empress for the ace. Let's see it.
I don't think it's worth that.
Come on, it's an ace.
It's 30 HP. Oh, Sky Heal. Oh, here we go. Come on, come on, come on.
Oh, they're gonna
This
see
is
each
2
other.
aces in one day.
Got it. There it is. Fangsy with the ace.
2 esports tower aces. Same day. We love to see it.
Now, hopefully, Fangsy's team wins. Because remember, Redskin's team did not end up winning.
Yeah, Fangsy's kind of popping off.
20 and 9.
Yeah. I think the next is 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Need somebody on
Fangsy
that team
kinda
to.
popping.
You need somebody else to step up. I don't know if you can You can't 1v5 every round in
that's not
Valorant.
gonna- the thing is maybe that's I think that's one of those things though where it's like a morale play, right?
Mhm.
Like someone pops off like that and you're like, all right guys, like let's get it going. We're not out yet. You
Like
know?
your whole team gets hyped, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Unless they're bad friends and they wanted to steal the ace from you. Like there's 2 ends of the spectrum.
Well, I think giving a going out of your way to give an ace doesn't give it as much meaning, whereas they truly got all of them.
Yeah. Yeah, there was no kill steals involved.
Seems like Firestorms is playing a very slow kind of attack, but I don't think that's going to break Floods. I think Floods are fine with chilling with the 0 information.
Yeah, Flood. Their A strat is so interesting. They don't have any out in heaven. They do have. I think that's God just chilling close.
Yep.
We might have also had a disconnect, if I'm being honest. I don't think.
I don't think so. No, I really don't.
You don't think Haro's just staring into a wall for?
No. Okay. Maybe now.
Keep an eye on it.
It was like pizza at the door. You never know.
Oh, that's a huge win for Fangsy.
Spike down.
You know Fang's going straight to heaven. Yeah.
Yeah.
Descent. Read your own book. Okay, I think. Yeah. That's a little unfortunate.
I like your 3. The pizza was at the door, right? And it's
30
like,
seconds
Hey,
left.
sometimes you order pizza and you're like, okay, no one else can get the door right now.
did Rafa walk right past him?
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
I mean, that's like a tricky spot. Like, I don't know if you're gonna see.
No way.
Oh, finally Rafa saw it.
This is when either coach wise or even like in game wise, you're like, hey, like you gotta check your corners, dog.
Yeah, that is a very teachable moment
Yeah.
for whoever. I think that was God. They're gonna be like, they're gonna shut up like he was literally behind you. Like-
It's just one of those things as a team that you kind of laugh at because you're like, yo, like imagine if he was not AFK, like,
He gets a kill and you're just like, what? How?
I will say the funny thing is like when people take their times for AFK kills, like if they go for a knife or something, then the guy comes back, and then you get headshot.
Yeah, I am
You look at
happy
that-
no
you look
one
at
went
that
for
kill.
like the knife cheese.
I
pad
never
there
did. I
shit.
was like, I'm hitting the headshot from way far away. I'm not risking it.
I think Pryor lost that engagement, by the way, in terms of the wall bang.
They get damaged more. Oh yeah, they took
Yeah,
a lot. of
they
damage.
took a lot
Oh,
of
kill rate's
damage.
pretty low.
They're very close. Oh, well, there you go. Maybe it works out because God ends up getting that kill on to Sunny Lee. Oh, no.
Oh.
Check your corners, kids. Please.
Fangsy going again. Like
Seekers do
really
come
trying
out.
to pop off for this game. Honestly.
Seekers. Never saw the Seekers. They did get used by Firestorms, but I don't know where they ever went.
Yeah, I actually did not see them.
Oh, MJ, this is a great.
You think the Sova just accidentally shot him? Like actually, you think Pryor like?
Pryor's probably sprayed him through. Had
Yeah,
no
that's
idea.
what I'm saying.
He's
Like,
"Ah."
because it doesn't take too much to kill him. Oh, I like
Ooh.
that. Except for they see where you are now. Oh. I don't think that was planned.
Oh, but Rafa's in a great spot. Rafa's just going to spray him down as they shoot the tower, as they shoot that turret, hopefully.
Oh, okay.
He probably should have waited.
I like that.
Maybe you...
Get some good information.
Fangsy's covering the flank from Descent.
Yeah. Okay, no way.
2v2.
You think they get another ace?
Uh,
If they get Rafa, okay,
Nope.
let's see. If they get Rafa, I think they might.
Pryor just comes in with the Odin.
They have a stinger.
I believe.
Okay, I think at Prior pretty quick. You got to push someone, though, I think.
Prior.
Yeah, I like this play.
Nope.
Oh. Any other gun, they win that. By the way.
2 HP.
The Stinger is just a truly, truly tragic weapon.
And if they win that, Prior's only at 25.
I don't know if anyone remembers, but in the beta, the Stinger was way too overpowered.
And now it's
absolutely
this.
awful. Granted, it is only 1,000 credits, to be fair, but the old, you know, ADS triple spray was like a rifle.
I mean, it wouldn't be a Riot game unless Riot overbuffed something and then nerfed it so far into the ground that you just remember the good old days.
Happens.
Look at
Balanced,
Fangsy.
all things should be.
All right, Thanos.
Yeah, well.
I mean, Fangsy, I just want someone else on the Firestorms to step up because they have a good core.
They're taking all the kills. What can you
That's true.
say?
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
I mean, they're entering and getting those kills.
They're earning a lot of those kills.
That is true, I know. Hey, you know, there's some utility coming out, though.
Talked about the first performance, Fangsy making a name for themselves.
Okay, you got Kavito with the res just ripping out there. Yeah, I don't know about that one.
They get one, but yeah, I don't think it's worth losing the res and losing 2.
Yeah.
Well, okay, who cares when you have Fangsy on your team, I guess, right?
Oh.
Nice. Sunny Lee. Nice res with God, though. Not throwing his body away on Sage. Uh-oh.
So far, obviously, in this new team for Firestorms, though, Fangsy is an incredible player.
Yeah, Fangsy is a beast. They did pop the Empress.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, barely saw him in the ghost form.
Ooh, Pebbles had some incredible shots today in terms of one-taps.
Pebble might have the most one-taps.
Yeah, I would. If there was a one-tap stat, I'd actually agree with that.
Oh, I like that Killjoy ult too, just to buy yourself some time.
Okay, everyone make note of that. That you can shoot those before they're activated, by the way. I know a lot of people actually don't know that, but once Killjoy places them down, you can shoot the no-use strategy, of course.
I wish they would have got closer, though, right? Because Boathouse is still just,
Yeah,
it's not deep enough.
I think it's, oh, wow.
I think you just walk away now.
Haru's actually just playing outside of it. Yeah, you just pop. No shot. Oh my gosh, please.
I mean, they're both dead anyway, right? It's one of those like,
They're shooting finger guns.
You're going down with me.
They should have just knifed at that point. Sometimes you actually just have fingers as guns. You know.
We talk about the op. Valorant shooting is a very momentum-based thing. Sometimes you have it, and sometimes you just cannot. You couldn't hit the ocean if you were standing on the beach. It's just
nice.
Sometimes it does feel like that. We've all had those days, right? Where you're like, my curse is on it.
What's funny though is like sometimes you have those moments, but your like few kills are like the craziest shots you've ever had.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can't hit the easy
you see
shots.
a sliver of this head glitch spot, and poof, like they're getting like that's what always blows my mind. Like nothing's worse when you're popping off.
Oh.
Okay, there we go. Okay, got two. You got two.
Oh.
That is so tragic.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
Oh.
Yeah, Sunny Lee is...
You know, the one thing that's crazy is how Sunny Lee is holding it down mid with the Phantom. Like, that thing drops off hard, and they're holding it down.
Played it perfectly, and now they just open up their team right onto A.
Yep, here we go.
Get that plant down. You've got a Sage revive and an Omen teleport. That's about it. Oh, no.
Oh, I think they were spamming that reset button, too. That's a bait.
Oh, I like that revive onto Fangsy.
Oh.
Well,
Okay, at least hey, they got their objective filled.
All right, Pebble, what can you do with the Odin?
Run away.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything you can really do. Oh, that's a great win by Rop onto Fangsy. Ace?
Nope.
Nope.
They can win this.
Winnable? Winnable?
No, they're playing this pretty well, actually.
Oh, I didn't see Sunny Lee back there.
Oh.
Winnable? Oh, no! Is that 0.03
Yeah,
seconds
that was
away?
0.03. Oh my gosh. At first it was like, okay, they won. And I was like, oh.
Can I get this?
Wow. I didn't see Sunny Lee back there. They did, I think.
That was crazy.
I think they didn't shoot the mollies, though. I think they might have had to wait for the mollies to go off.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's more than 0.03 seconds right there. Reminder, as Red Hot says, what can you do when you see a molly Red Hots on the bomb?
You can shoot it.
There we go.
Always spray. Just spray that thing.
Spray
shoot
the bomb.
it all down.
The bomb's not going to go off early if you shoot it.
Because if they're really good, like if they got the schmoves, cages are going to throw them from a spot.
Ooh, that's
Okay,
a trade.
That's fine. I think that's okay. I think Sunny Lee really holding it down there though. So
You lose prior, but I think getting rid of Sunny Lee and opening up mid is nice.
yeah, that's true too actually.
And also just the fact that Firestorm's had a retreat.
I will say Firestorms have kind of not really hard committed of Sykes for the first couple rounds.
Is Kavito ecoing? He just has a ghost.
They might have just bought utility. That stages do that a lot. Okay, nope. Yeah, they're just ecoing.
Which, that gives a huge advantage over to the Floods. They don't know it.
Yeah.
We do.
I think this is a big round though.
Oh.
Okay.
That is a huge pick onto your best player.
Okay, nice.
Get the gun. Get the gun. You got to get the gun in
I
order
think
to
they're
win.
trying to.
Spike planted.
Did they just heal themselves? Oh my gosh.
Yes, they did.
Yo, Haru is struggling out there. Did you
Haru
close
is-
the door on him too?
Oh. Ah.
KPito said this is my. I think if they just stick, they just win. Yeah.
They started.
No, I'm pretty sure you just stick here and you get it. Yeah.
Yep.
I was gonna say, did they close the door?
I think Kavito
I
closed
think,
the door.
if Kavito closes the door, you've got to be feeling bad. You gotta be like, what?
You didn't heal your teammate. Then you just shut the door in their face.
Haru's like, okay, like, thanks, man.
I appreciate that. Now the whole team
Heals
besides.
themselves, closes the door on you. Jeez.
I'm curious if he'll stick this because the whole team's equaling except Kavito now.
Yo, is Kavito in call?
Did Kavito disconnect?
Yo, we got Kavito in Discord, guys, and they have the full mute symbol on.
They're muted and deafened right now.
Yeah, like, I couldn't be bothered. Like, okay, Kavito. Okay.
Okay, there we go. Did he?
It looked like they threw it.
It honestly looked like they threw it.
I think they sold it though. Maybe it was just like a weird spectator interaction.
Okay, at least we know he's back in the call, hopefully. Yeah, they did not throw it. BM to the. Hey, Kavito's been the BM master today.
Kavito, can you do a call, please?
Oh,
Okay.
I like that.
Early rip.
Just waste time, right?
Yeah. I think crazy read here is if you just go straight B, which two of them are in terms of defense wise for Floods.
Oh, Rafa's gonna even push into spawn.
I think Sunny Lee wins this. If they peek again.
Well, Kavito got a kill on Rafa off screen, stopping the lurk too.
Kavito on that?
Oh. God, with the double with the bull.
No trade feels bad too.
Oh, Fangsy's in a good spot. I like Fangsy's spot, even with the pistol.
Are they get on site? I don't think they have too much utility on site though. From
Does-
what do
I don't know if Descent checks this either. I think Descent is just going to run right past it.
if you have shock darts, just be put in this corner.
There's a couple of shock
oh,
darts.
there we go. Okay, 2v2.
One enemy remaining.
Oh. Yo, Kavito's going kind of okay.
You will
I'm going to be honest here. Kavito maybe got flamed a little bit or something happened, and Kavito was like, all right, I'll make up for it.
Yeah, Kavito.
Because Haru was probably just crying.
Aro was like, bro, we had that round. He's like, okay, fine.
Because I'm
fine.
not going to lie, if someone did that to me, I'm like, are we on the same team here or what? Because, like, you actually just griefed me.
Plus, he was flashing the Vandal for like the half the buy round.
Well, hey, there we go. Honestly, that was a fantastic eco round.
Now, did they force Floods to eco?
They don't have money.
No.
Yeah, we're good. Nice.
Yeah, Floods now have to eco. I think we're getting 11-11 here.
Yeah, this is a great game so far. A lot of back and forth here. It seems Firestorm. I think it's going to be another key player that's not on the top of the frags right now to really step up. And Kavito was that person last round.
Unless Fangsy just drops another ace, right? Oh. Well, oh no. I'm sorry, Fangsy. Oh, no.
What a great play by Pebble. Honestly, that was fantastic.
Oh no, I'm so sorry, Fangzy.
Okay, no one was left behind this time.
They didn't shut anyone out. They do get the plant down.
They do like a double take before they shut the door. They're like, is everyone here? Yep, okay. Get in.
Ooh, I like that wall.
Oh, nice shot. Hey, Kavito is ready.
Oh, ace? Third 8? No. All right, you know what? Why buy guns?
Pebble 4K. Stepping up.
Why not just eco every round, Red Hots, and then just win your eco
Yeah,
rounds?
it seems like whoever goes wins right now.
All right, here we go. Match point for Floods. Did not think we'd get this.
I will say this replay here for the Pebble. This was a fantastic play. Gets the kill, but then obviously goes to the right corner because you're most likely not going to check that.
Yep. Just your peek. You're looking for the person in garden and just
Match point here.
full buy. Ooh, kind of full buys.
Say 27-22.
Pebble and Fangsy popping off. As you said, though, it's got to be somebody else. It's got to be like a Kavito or a God or Rafa or Sunny Lee. Somebody else has got to pop off here.
The one thing I will say for Firestorms right now is I think a lot of the times the reason why I think the reason being behind their kind of like kill discrepancy is a lot of it's actually they're not playing too much together. A lot of their kind of successes come from just kind of picks beforehand. If you really think about the rounds of it, how they've been kind of like working out, right?
Speaking of picks, how about, well, they get one each. They lose MJ.
So
Oh,
yeah,
no.
It's kind of communication-wise, but they're not kind of checking everything.
All right. Empress
All
in a
right.
dream.
Clutch or lose.
True.
Doesn't work here.
Yeah, well, they do kind of get kicked from the lobby if they lose, right? Because
Yeah,
the game
that's
ends.
true. Yeah, okay.
It is kind of a clutch. Yeah, clutch or lose, clutch or kick. Your choice, whichever one you feel is.
If there's one person to do it right now, though, this is the person on your team that you'd want doing this,
Yeah,
especially with Empress Rock, and they do have to kind of peak soon for this to refresh, though, because I think they're going to need the refresh if they aren't going to get it.
Nope.
Although they're playing for the
Nope.
nice shot from Pryor.
Pryor with the 4K, with the Odin, and the Floods will pull out the win. Hey, use your timeouts.
Yep, true.
They come back. It was like 5-1, I think. Came back and win. They're on to the first ever grand finals. They'll take on the Droughts, and pretty spectacular 3 games of Valorant today here.
I'll say that was also a fantastic match right there, though. I mean, it was a back and forth. We got to see the new team play. The Firestorms definitely did not, give up by any means or kind of roll over. It was a very close match through and through.
Yeah, I think the Firestorms have a great core together. They just need a little bit more training, a little bit more, communication. Don't lock your teammates out and then heal yourself. But again, that's our first ever Rumble. Maybe the nerves got to him. Well, if you want to be seen by expert college recruiters, talk directly to esports industry insiders like pro athletes, team general managers, and game producers, then join the club. Esports Tower players get insider access to industry insights, and with our featured Rumbles, recruiters are taking notice as well. It's a great way to score exposure if you're looking to start your path to pro or land a collegiate scholarship. Well, we know it is going to be Drought and Floods, kind of two polar opposite team names, if you will, at least, in our grand finals next week. Can't wait to see if the Floods can win it all, or if the Droughts will keep things nice and dry and pick up their second championship. I feel like I favored Drought. I'll put you on the spot. Do you have an early pick, early lean even maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I think Droughts just from today, I think they looked a lot like they looked pretty good. I think the last couple of weeks they kind of were out early on, I believe.
Yeah.
And this week they're doing pretty good. It seems like they kind of been practicing a lot. I kind of like their agent choices. They kind of going around that stuff, and obviously they looked pretty good. Obviously, Orthodox in them is really cool to see them do well. But also the last game just kind of showed that Floods kind of got poised, and they did a great job as well. I mean, it got close. They're calling timeouts. They're kind of taking their time. And I think, the biggest thing is probably the attack sides on those maps because, I mean, Flood attacking was definitely pretty slow. And I think if you kind of play to the side of just kind of holding those corners a long time and not really making any much noise, I think you could definitely kind of exploit that.
Yeah, and it will be a best of 3 in our grand finals. I think that also maybe hurts the Flood a bit because I think once you figure out, as you said, how they want to attack, you're going to know exactly what you need to do. But as we prepare to wind down our event tonight, again, we'll be back next week. We have our ICCU player of the game, Red Hots. I mean, a lot of standout performances, 2 aces to speak of as well. Who do you think is deserving? Pebble?
Pebble really turned it up when they needed him most. I think a lot of the times they were kind of holding those angles. I mean, sometimes it kind of seemed like it was lost, but then Pebble would get a great pick, great one taps all around. I think they did a fantastic job tonight.
I'm going to give it to one of the guys that got the ace. I think Rezkin or Fengzi probably deserve it. Just because you get an ace, I mean, they're so rare. We got 2 of them in the same game. If I had to pick, it'd probably be Fengzi because I think the rest of their game outside of their ace was a little bit stronger than Rezkin's. But it is actually going to be, be Rezkin.
Yeah.
Played absolute hard
I
out
would say
there.
did have a fantastic game. Had a lot of great great moments that game, and really tried their best to kind of go out there. Fortunately, they've kind of fell short, but did a fantastic job overall.
Yeah, great job by Redskins. They are our ICCU player of the game. Player of the game brought to us by Idaho Central Credit Union.
Sorry, that plays fantastic.
I like Clids is just out of nowhere with these Viper smokes. That man is a great Viper player. Shout out to you as well, Clids. But again, shout out to Reskin.
Yep.
Idaho Central Credit Union believes a great player makes the team more successful, just like Idaho Central's helping members achieve financial success. Reskin with the ace is your ICCU player of the game.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal play, really.
There really is.
Did a great job of keeping Monsoon Blue in it against Drought, who, again, at least from what Red Hots and I were talking about, maybe look like your early prohibitive favorite to win it all.
Yep.
But huge shout out Redskins, huge shout out everybody who participated. It was an exciting night of matches. And as we prepare to put a bow on this, Red Hots, your final thoughts, your big takeaways as we set up for next week's All Grand Final show.
I mean, I think it was really cool to see a lot of new teams and kind of, how they do different things. Obviously, you could kind of tell that this week especially, a lot of new teams overall in team play. The one thing that's kind of cool with that, though, is usually you have individuals stand out a lot more. A lot of individual plays, especially that last game. We kind of saw that, especially in the Firestorm, where, they had a lot of individual plays kind of keeping them back in it.
Yeah.
But I think overall, I think give a team another week or two of practice, and I think they're going to be pretty strong.
Well, it's been an exciting night of matchups in the bracket stage for this week's Valorant Rumble. Congratulations to the Drought to returning to the Grand Finals, and for the Floods making their first ever Grand Finals appearance. The Grand Finals next week should be an exciting matchup of both these teams that look strong in the bracket. We'll be back next week to see who will be the Week 6 Valorant champion. As a reminder, hosting the conclusion to this week's Esports Tower Valorant Rumble next week, Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Mountain, right here on the Boise State Twitch page. But for now, we're going to close out with the top 5 plays presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. More than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your choice paid for. The Idaho Army National Guard is one of the best teams out there. Here are your top 5 plays from the Week 6 bracket stage in our Esports Tower Rumble. We'll teleport. So that does let the Supernovas know they are rotating over towards A as Wessinger.
Oh. Oh, my gosh. I got scared for a second.
I thought he was going to turn on him. Oh, Pebbles got the Marshall.
The no armor Marshall, 6 one-shots.
Oh,
that was
maybe he's Seekers here?
I've got your
Yeah.
I'll say you can't, like,
He tried to
just line the side of Seeker. I don't think that's how that works. Someone's been playing WoW.
They're like, what if I put my Viper wall down? Oh, who cares?
They see something they don't like for a site, they're not afraid to just run. Hey, it's okay, Jacob. We all do that. Oh, that was a really good peek there from, I think it was Pryor, right?
Yeah, that was Pryor on the Sova. Roth is the one who ends up getting credit. It's a great Astra wall.
Yep. We love seeing Astra ults used because a lot of the time Astras do not use their ult.
Second, so there's no way anyone can be there.
Mm-hmm.
And then they go down. I don't think they're going to get a plant down, but a kill here would be huge to deny Samiko. Instead,
Nice
Kavito gets the double. Oh, whoa.
Little PM coming. Okay. That's what we like to see. The Deathstroke, I think in every team in Orthodox, they've been doing a great job everywhere they go. They kind of seem like a package deal, too, it seems like.
Yeah, they feel. Oh. We have seen some really good Jet. We were talking about Corkle. Reskin's another one of those insane Jet players we've seen on a bunch of different teams.
I think, in my personal opinion, I think Reskin's been one of our best Jet players.